reality of crime.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Happy Saturday. This is a rare occasion that I'm streaming on a weekend. I don't know how next week is going to go, but I wanted to cover this and it's long. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jennifer Soto says, we still kissed. Nothing major happened. But Maddie, go to bed with Stephan. Go. I'm sending you to bed. I haven't seen you at all. It's your birthday, but get out of here. All right, guys, I have a lot of theories about that as well. I don't even know if she actually saw Maddie after her birthday party. I don't think that she saw her in those 30 minutes. I think that's a lie. I think she may have seen her with the taking of Madeline Soto's life. Something may have happened there, but I have a feeling that that little 30-minute time frame and the birthday present situation is a lie. So today we're going to talk about, and I want to thank Plunder. That just came out. So we're going to react to unredacted audio. Stephan Sterns and I still kissed. Nothing major happened. That's what we're doing today. We got it on a Saturday, and I love that we did. Thank you, Carly, for sending me that. I would have had no idea since I had just woken up. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to say hi, and then we'll get started. It looks like somebody... Oh, you did become a new member, Marissa MDG, so thank you, you guys. I'm always going to give the spiel, like, subscribe, and get a membership if you can. We are going to give out that other t-shirt today. I don't let me forget, you guys. Dana, hello, my first time catching a live. What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the Crime Crew family. Welcome. When you're part of the Crime Crew, your family here. So remember, families love each other. We don't always agree. We can agree to disagree, but we also do it in a courteous and loving way. Auntie Reed, what's up? From Maine, and you got the avocado. Look what I got. This is so cute, right? It's a little Tootsie Roll bunny. You know, I'm just a big old kid at heart. So I got this weighted Tootsie Roll guy here. This is my it's like my pillow. We went shopping and got all the room stuff, and I said I need this Tootsie Roll guy so I can have a little, it's like my body pillow type of thing. So I thought I'd show you that. Everything else, all my toys, as everyone rolls in. We've got the evil potato, which when I put her right next to Jen Soto, right there, it looks just like her, right? And then if you guys want to have a happy time before we get started, do me a favor, hashtag take your meds. I love it. Yeah, right? Super cute. Yeah, I like squishies too. My daughter has a whole bunch of them, and there's 111 people in chat. So let's say a prayer for Madeline Soto that she gets complete and utter justice that she deserves. Remember to meander your way over and hit the like button, meander your way, get yourself a membership. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. And thank you, Foxy Amazon, for that 420 membership. Remember why. Remember what that's about. It's not about the ganja, guys. It's not about that. I love seeing you guys on a Saturday. Leanne says my boyfriend gave me a squishmallow the size of a VW bug. I love those. You can use them to like sit on, to cuddle. They're like body pillows, guys. Hashtag I took my meds. There's no doubt in my mind that she knew everything. Me either. Either potato, killer potato. What's up, Michelle Richard? Shelly Rich, how you doing, my girl? Welcome to the family. Welcome to the Crime Crew family. Once you're here, you're stuck with us, all right? You're stuck with us. So I haven't, Jamila, good to see you. It's my religion fasting month. Been trying to focus. That's why I haven't seen. Oh, girl, well, prayers to you. We love you. You're part of the family, and it's okay. Yeah, hashtag smoke your meds. Janet, my girl, Vanessa, Maldonado. You guys, I know I got the t-shirts and they're sitting in my back seat with a FedEx box and an address. I'll get the t-shirts out on Monday. At the same time I get the other t-shirt out. I do owe one today. You're gonna win a t-shirt. Somebody's gonna win a t-shirt. Birdie Seraphine catching you live. Thank you, Birdie. I appreciate that $9.99 super chat. All of that helps. It all goes back to the channel. I just set up. I should have already had it set up, you guys, but I needed a VPN anyway, and the dang thing's like $12.99 a month. But hey, it's all good. What's up, Marianka? How you doing, my girl? Good to see you. All right, you guys. Much love to the whole entire family here. Don't forget that drawing, Jay. You guys remember me at the what drawing? Yeah, I'm gonna do that at the end. We're gonna do the t-shirt or in the middle. Just remind me in a bit. All right, guys. So again, thanks to Plunder for this. Let's hit play. I have not seen this yet, so I'm reacting to it with you guys. This is 228-24 unredacted, and this piece of poop and this devil, the two devils. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Let's react.
So it's a little complicated.
Okay, oh boy, there's a lot of newly released audio. Now, it's the same interview when Jennifer Soto went to Central Ops in Orlando, OCSO.
I want to see we're on again, off again.
It was February 28th. It was almost 11 a.m. It was 10:59 a.m. Now, remember, Stephan is in the other room. He's about to get arrested for what cops have discovered on his phone, some really horrible, horrific photos and videos of Madeline Soto, Jennifer Soto's 13-year-old daughter. Oh my.
And remember, you guys, her link is in chat. So if you guys want to go watch this yourself without me and out my commentary, I never forget to say thank you to the creators. And I am a small creator now, so these are my news sources. It's kind of like how I use like Fox News or or Channel 6 or whatever. That's what I do. But I hope to expand. I hope to hit 50,000 subs this year. And I hope to have a team that can do FOIAs. And I hope to afford them. Right now, I can't thank you, Gringa, for the 2-month membership. We will recover very soon. You guys know we lost a couple mods, but I do have some of you ladies that are offering to help me with the research. And I appreciate you so very much. Tiff, thank you. All right. You will not be disappointed. I promise. If I have to stand on my head and entertain you guys, I will. Love you guys.
My goodness, there's a lot that we missed before.
When he had moved back down to Northport in December, we were broken up, but we still kiss. We're still affectionate.
This interview was about 2 hours and 9 minutes long. We got it previously from police. That's why it sounds familiar. But whoa, thank the Lord, when you put it down on the line, like I did on Final Cut Pro, there's tons and tons of stuff we missed.
Why did you guys break up? You don't mind me asking?
I know.
Because in my eyes, he's very childish. Well, not childish.
I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't realize that. If you just listen to the first part of it, you're like, oh, okay, not much there, you know, but when you compare, and I should put this, I'll put it on the screen, these sound waves, chunks of this interview was previously redacted. I remember saying towards the end, especially, I wonder what Jennifer's saying about their relationship. Well, now we know. She's talking all about her and Stephan breaking up, the reasons why, that they still kiss.
And we had not heard this before, guys. I always told you guys, why don't we know the reasons? What the heck were the reasons why they broke up? Maybe it's different than what she's actually telling us. Now, we knew about him being sloppy and messy and not cleaning up after himself. She had no problem with that, but she didn't want to let go of those drugs, and she didn't want to let go of having that live-in babysitter. Mike is giving you a shout out because you're the coolest creator. Thank you, Leanne, and your boyfriend. I appreciate you. All right, let's go.
He's very sloppy. He's very messy. He doesn't clean up after himself. He doesn't help around the house or contribute. And I felt like I was the only one doing the household chores and the cleaning and the cooking and stuff. And I'm just like, listen.
So many nuances I got from this newly released audio interview from the state's attorney. Once again, I thank the docket on YouTube. He got this release first, this dump of like photos we've gone over, Stephan's interview with some stuff we hadn't heard before, now stuff with Jennifer. The new audio from the state's attorney is called Interview with Victim's Mother, RD. I don't know what RD means. It has a lot of stuff that was previously redacted from the long 2-hour, 9-minute audio file we got from police. I'm going to put the whole entire raw new audio file over on Patreon if you want to just listen to everything, because in this coming up, I cut out a lot of dead spaces unless you want to hear Jennifer's, breathing, and it just took a long time. So I've chopped up a lot of the dead spaces where they're waiting.
And you guys should definitely go over to Plunder and subscribe to our Patreon. That's where most of my stuff comes from, that or I just use her videos and I shout her out. I mean, when you have 200,000-300,000 subscribers, you're gonna be a news source. Welcome, Thomas Karras. Better late than never. What's up, Lenore Borelli? How you doing? So I figure I might as well do this and give her full credit. I can go on the Patreon and use that, but let's see what's going on here, you guys, all together. Again, I've never seen this. It's my first time.
For the other police to show up and all these, dead air. But I'll put the raw file on Patreon. So if you want to go listen to it over there, if you want to listen double the speed, whatever you want to do.
I know I'm disabled and I don't work, but I kind of, it needs to be fair. Like, you need to help me out and be a partner. And I didn't feel like he was being a partner.
I won't have the words on the screen there. I'll just put the audio file up. You can hear over there if you want to listen to it. Over there on Patreon, if you want to listen, you'll.
All right, good. We're gonna listen to that, girlfriend. But let's keep. Hold on. Let me get that. I just don't want to.
Previously, police had redacted it. And pay attention to, now you can tell the times that Maddie's name is redacted, because in the state's attorney's audio and in the police audio previously, I lined them right up here on Final Cut Pro. Thank the Lord it worked in Final Cut Pro. It seemed like it wasn't wanting to work in iMovie. Anyway, pay attention to the times where we can still hear Maddie's name redacted. So we know every time Jennifer doesn't say Maddie's name, she says my kid, my child, my daughter. She uses a lot of distancing languages. Just wait.
Absolutely.
But I will tell you, Stephan also has ADHD. He's also very forgetful. It's like having my child. They're both the same. They both have ADHD.
Yes. He's gonna start singing, you guys. I know it. And
I won't believe you until I see actual images of my child.
Are you sure you want to see that?
Yeah, why not? I've already seen it before. I know what's happening.
It's a king, but my child sleeps like a monkey. She just kicks and punches.
Well, mine are too, I know.
Yeah.
Just wait. Anyway, she's like, my kid's karate. Like, when Maddie's sleeping like a monkey, wild all over the place. And they also redacted all the times that even officers, detectives brought up the number of years Stephan and Jennifer had been together.
And then you said you and Stephan have been together for about 5 to 7 years?
7 years, yeah.
7 years, okay.
Now, in my opinion, her telling the officer that they've been together that long was to cover the tracks of having them go for him. Remember, she wanted a lawyer for him. And Thomas, what's even gross and weird is that they were all sleeping together at the same time. Now, I don't know if all three of them were in the same bed, all having activity like that, but I do know that he was nonstop with Madeline Soto, and there were times where he was also sleeping with Jen Soto. So yeah, that whole thing was, and he was sometimes out trying to find other women with children and groom them. So the whole thing that was going on, you guys, and for it not to bother Jen and for Jen to ask Do I need to press charges is disgusting. I believe Maddie went to her and said, Mom, I don't like this anymore. I don't want to do this. And she either dismissed it or I don't believe that. There's a possibility to me that she didn't want it anymore, and Jen did not want to get rid of Satan Sterns.
Have you guys been together?
On and off for a total of 7 years.
BS.
And since you've known him for, over 7 years, what are his triggers? Like, are there certain things that he gets upset about easily if you do or say, or, I mean.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they redacted
Yeah.
that, but you'll
Yeah,
see
that.
I put the words up on the screen almost every single time I could find, oh, this is something new. So it'll prompt you to see the screen and see, oh, this is new. We haven't heard it because I see it's audio, sound waves that were previously missing. You said you and Stephan have been together like 5 to 7 years. 7 years, yeah, Jennifer says. Images of your daughter like that. Actual images of my child. This is what Jennifer's calling Maddie, her missing daughter. And she, at the end, she very obviously goes into past tense. A lot of it I didn't note
Which, thank God that we're hearing this. I gotta believe, guys, that the law enforcement has a file and they're making a file. They're creating a file and making a case against her. Graciela, go take your phone call, girl. Come back, hit the like button, get yourself some membership. Also, give out some memberships if you can. And thanks, Carolina, for the Guilty of Crime membership. If I did not thank you. All right, let's go. We got a lot to cover today, folks.
but I wanted to bring it up here. Where has Stephan been with Maddie in the past? They talk about the points where Maddie was reported missing. Now we can hear Jennifer say, oh, I told Stephan, go to my mom's office. So every time she mentioned her mom or mom's office, that was previously redacted. It helps to hear it now in context. I'm going to play it.
I didn't see her. Got to my mom's office. I asked my mom, is she here yet? She goes, no. And I said, oh, maybe I missed her. Maybe
Does she sometimes walk home from school?
She does.
To
To my mom's office, yeah.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
To school. He's like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, I don't know. Just come to my mom's office. She's not here. She's not here. And he drove immediately to the office and then waited with me while we called 911. I was having a panic attack.
Thank you, Lenore.
Trying to stay calm, but it was really hard.
I'm going to play it all for you coming up. It's just I took out the dead spaces so this.
Thank you, Paula, for taking out the dead spaces. Love you. I wish she keeps telling us that. We know. I love Paula and her explanations. I love her. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. Lenore Borelli, thank you so much for the $2.99 super sticker. Again, that didn't match up with what Jen Soto was saying when she said I was having a panic attack. It just didn't match up with what she said. And I believe her panic attack was she didn't want to get caught is what it was. And right when you said justice for Maddie at 222, there's our angel number. Maddie knows that we're fighting for her. Again, I do believe in some afterlife and justice for Maddie. So thank you. All right, we got a lot to cover, guys.
This video wouldn't be like 3 hours long. Okay, so Jennifer stumbles a lot on this point. She sounds really shady. She's like, so I call, and then she goes, oh, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about that image. They had showed her some kind of image relationship.
Let's listen.
You're with her on a daily basis. You understand the relationship. You understand everything. But at the end of the day,
what?
So I don't know why certain stuff was taken out. This was taken out when they start at the beginning. How long have you and Stephen been together? She's pretty quick to correct him. Stephan and I have been, and the cop's like, oh, I'm sorry, Stephan. That's okay. Together on and off for about 7 years. Are you still currently living together? This is what they took out, interestingly, until we can financially afford to bring him back home. So she's saying, oh, no.
Down there until we can financially afford to bring him back home.
Financially bring him back home.
We're not together until we can financially afford to bring him back home. She's all over the place. At first, the cop is like, who is Stephan? Jennifer's like, Stephan is my boyfriend. But later, she's going to talk about breaking up with him, their complicated relationship. She had enough of him being sloppy and childish and everything, but she's still calling him her boyfriend. And she's still talking about trying to be able to financially afford to bring him back home.
which is
Now, March
really
1st,
weird.
we got the video in that comfortable, cushy room. I bet you they're in the same room, the soft room or whatever it's called now, but I'm like, why didn't they give us this video? I bet you it exists. I don't know. What's your and Stephan's relationship like? This is when she gets into, so it's a little complicated. I want to say we're on again, off again. So this I want to say is almost like Jennifer's
Yep,
tell.
I
I feel
wanna
like she is
say.
stalling and lying when she says, I want to say.
Yep.
Now she explains when he had moved back down to Northport in December, we were broken up. We still kissed. We were still affectionate. The detective is like, why'd you guys break up if you don't mind me asking? Because in
Yep.
my eyes, he's very childish. Now she stops herself because maybe she remembers, oh, I saw a photo of him with my child. I'm calling him childish. You know, maybe that's the wrong word. She goes, well, not childish. He's just very sloppy. He's very messy. He doesn't clean up after himself. He doesn't help around the house or contribute.
Which I don't know at what point she's saying that, if she's saying that as it's leading up to her trying to distance herself from Stephan Sterns when the pictures were coming out, you guys, because before that, it was all about, people thought they were like almost husband and wife at one point. Very hardcore. They came at being a step parent for Madeline Soto until things started to get broken down. So I feel like she knows, and she does use I want to say a lot. That's in this deck. There's I and we and I want to say, which also we hear in the Katie Proudfoot case. All right, let's keep going. This is an eye opener, you guys. Before they had Jen's name redacted, why are they not redacting it anymore? I'm trying to figure that out. What are they coming for her? Something's happening behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Tribute. So Jennifer's opening up her soul here. And I felt like I was the only one doing the household chores and the cleaning and the cooking and stuff. And I'm just like, listen, I know I'm disabled and I don't work. That's what it sounds like she says. She gets really fast here. But it needs to be fair. Like, you need to help me out and be a partner. And I didn't feel like he was being a partner. Yeah, that's pretty much why nothing major happened. You know, doth thou protest too much, methinks Jennifer? I feel like she's so shady. Like, I understand, of course, people want a partner who helps them around the house. These things are not little things.
Yeah, but I wonder why they didn't question. And Thomas, you said this, we were talking about this yesterday, or maybe it wasn't you, Thomas, you were in the conversation, but we talked about why the police didn't come after her a little bit harder. She did tell them, and she's telling them that he's a mess, he didn't do anything, but that particular day, he had the laundry going. He said he went home to clean up. As you saw, all the sheets were off of all of the beds, you guys. There were tools out. He had never fixed a thing in his life. The only tool that Stephan Sterns ever used, you guys, was a camera and a tripod. All right. So yeah, Jen is freaking weirdo. And I told you guys this from the beginning. That ex-roommate that lived with Jen Soto, right up until the point right after she left, there was documentation of the abuse and the CSAM from Stephan Sterns. Right after Juan and the ex-roommate moved out is when boom, 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 just a ton of CSAM started being produced in that house, you guys. So remember that. Remember what happened there.
I'm not poo-pooing household.
All right, let's see. I want to hear it.
The first year we were dating, we were just, he was still staying at his parents'.
Yeah.
So some of this stuff I think she is, elaborated on by March 1st, because she'll talk about this interview. She references this interview. Some of it's in the March 1st interview, some of it's the next day or what have you. They interviewed her a lot. I want to compare all the audio we have with this old stuff, because we've got new stuff, newly released, previously redacted. So it is definitely stuff we haven't heard before. And I've gone through it again with a fine-tooth comb to put these words on the screen for you. So she does reference, oh, he was still staying at his parents' the first year they were dating. But one part she did say in a different interview, I remember she said, oh, but he was still at my house all the time. So at this point, to me, it sounds like Jennifer is still rehearsing everything Stephan told her. She's not going off like other moms might be going off if they saw, wait a minute, you're telling me that's really my daughter with my on again, off again boyfriend in those photos? Now she does ask to see an explicit photo. I don't blame her in a way, because
and now when she did that, and Paula's probably going to say something different, but when she did that, you guys, I absolutely believe she wanted to know what evidence that they had against her. At this point, they knew what Stephan was up to, and they told her, hey, look at his pinky winky. There's a mark there, and I can see him penetrating your daughter. I can see her giving him a BJ. But not only did she want to see that picture again, you guys, but she asked for more of them. And they said, wait, what? Why do you, are you sure you want to see it? It's going to be traumatizing. She wanted to make sure that there wasn't a picture of her leg in the background or a picture of identifiable marks in her room. You don't think that they did that on purpose, you guys? You don't think that they made that room? Again, there was a 9mm in the top drawer. There were several locks from the inside, so if someone opens the door, they can't come all the way in. There was a tripod that was set up, and that looks like a pretty professional tripod. It's not just something that you're using to take pictures at Disneyland. And that giant bottle of lube. Everything else was not identifiable except for when they created CSAM and Maddie's half room, the one that was like it looked like a brothel or like a massage parlor. So yeah, and she also asked if she could press charges later if she wanted. She wasn't even sure about that. Again, Stephan's not talking. He's not talking, and thank God he's not talking. That's why she wanted to get him a lawyer. And thank you, pretty sweet P. I'm so glad that you guys understand what I'm saying. And yes, I don't understand how there were not only yeast infections, but different kinds of STDs, you guys. I just don't understand. He also came to the house he did a huge bottle, guys, a huge bottle. And remember, Jen Soto, it was called Solo Lotion. Jen Soto said she wasn't even having sex with him up until the last 6 months. And this is gross, you guys. Sugar warning. She was saying because she can't get wet because all the medication she takes. But I think she couldn't get wet because, well, first, she's just a nasty bee that probably took way too much medication. And remember, she's bisexual. I do not think she was attracted to Stephan Sterns. I think she was more attracted to her roommate. She also talked about the butt stuff. I don't think that was her only problem. I do think that I just don't think she was attracted, but she didn't want him to leave. What's up, Pink Stars? How you doing? Yeah, Jen's words, not mine. TMI, she did talk about that, guys. And there's a huge bottle of lube, but it wasn't being used on her. Yeah, she has gums for days. Kick her in the gums. All right, let's keep going.
She's saying, look, I don't want this opportunity to pass me by. I want to know for sure, is this what you're telling me is true?
No, I want to see
Jen,
the evidence.
She's just very calm. After this, they're talking about, all the conversations when they would not necessarily FaceTime, but it was Google Meet. I guess that's like the FaceTime for Androids. And Jen is just repeating what we just heard Stephan say. Remember the previous video about this case that I made where Stephan's like, her mom's always there. When we FaceTime, her mom's always present. Her mom's always right there. Sometimes we use her mom's phone. Doth thou protest too much, Stephan? Well, Jennifer is kind of parroting what he's saying. Yeah, the detective is like, do you think Maddie and Stephan were off having their own like FaceTime conversations? And she's just like, well, at first she's kind of saying no. Then she says possibly conversations she doesn't know about. But she's like, Maddie's always home. And she's like, I'm always home too. I would know about it. And so the cops are kind of like, yeah, if you're always home, it's almost like they're inferring, how come you didn't know about all this other stuff, going on?
All right, let's listen up.
Relationships. Girlfriends go on guys' phones, guys go on girls' phones, just to look, be nosy. Do you do anything, that sort of thing?
Anyway, the detective does ask, this was cut out previously, some relationship. I know girlfriends go on the guy's phone, guys go on the girl's phone, just to look.
Right. And if you have a man in the house, you guys, you should always be knowing what they're up to, who they're talking to, what they're bringing around, etc. Right? I mean, 7 years, and remember the first year and a half, she asked him if you want to fool around. Now, Sin, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I think that she did sometimes, and I think that it stopped soon in. I think they messed around here and there, but really, it was mostly with the three of them in that bed. It makes me wonder what was going on. What was going on with that. Oh, the person next door, I have a rental house and she's cooking something and it smells good. Damn it, it smells good. I'm hungry. All right, let's keep going. I want to hear what she says.
Nothing, and they took this out. Oh my God, he's about to abuse my child. No, I didn't ever think that.
Okay, let's listen.
I'll say he does have like a little bit of a temper, but it's not anything I've ever been afraid of or been like, oh my God, he's gonna hit me, or oh my God, he's about to abuse my child. Never like that.
Again, I think it was her temper that happened with. Well, Stephan Sterns is a passive aggressive idiot, and I do hope that they arrest her. Something's happening right now because they're not redacting her name. They're just letting the whole world know at this point that Stephan is pointing out Jen Soto and using her name quite a bit. She always home, but she was always asleep. She was always home, but makes me wonder how they got all that CSAM created in the half room, you guys. How the frick did they do that? Yeah, I don't know what she's cooking because we're not like roommates. It's another house, but I can smell it. I don't know. All right, yeah, look at his underwear. Just look at all the stuff on the floor. I didn't even see all that in the background before. There's like a sock. I really think they were trying to cover up. They were trying to clean the crime scene, and they were just going through anything to get rid of evidence, you guys, because he was only there for a day, not even a full day when Maddie went missing. Why were his underwears spread out all over? What was happening? Remember, he had just got there. He said he got there at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Why is that spread everywhere? Definitely they were getting rid of and cleaning the crime scene. I believe Jennifer stayed behind, didn't go to her Botox appointment. I think she had it, but she needed to stay there, clean the crime scene, and a lot more. What's up, my girl, Rebecca Michelo? I can't imagine having a grown man in bed with me and my young daughter. What's wrong with these people? And can I tell you something, Rebecca? Not just that, but Madeline Soto was in the middle of them. She would sleep right in the middle, and she would cuddle with Stephan all up in his arm. And he was clearly telling people he was waking up with wood right next to her. So it wasn't a secret. I think they're still building the case, but Stephan Sterns testimony, but because technically he wouldn't be liable witness. Yeah, he's not going to be a liable witness. But listen, if they go to trial and his lawyer starts bringing up that Jennifer Soto was there and she enabled it, and Stephan thought he was in love with her, and yeah, that's wrong because he's older, but they had this relationship and they connected. That's what I can foresee happening. Yeah, Stephan's not a reliable witness. It's a he said, she said. But boy, is Jennifer Soto sweating right now, wondering what's going to happen next. I guarantee you, especially when she sees us doing this and all the redactions with her name in it. Gotta be sweating,
And they
guys.
ask her, you being Maddie's mom, do you want to press charges? Jennifer's like, oh, she gets so quiet during some parts. Oh, I don't know what the F to do. Oh, I didn't think it'd be my decision. And they're just like, what should happen to him? What do you think should happen to him? Yeah. She does not have any anger. It's like Chris Stearns said, Stephan's father, he thought she was going to be like, oh, how could you? Or maybe how could you raise a monster? Yes. Or, going off on him or anything.
Yes.
No, she's asking about what's going to happen to Stephan. Is he being arrested? And they're like, what do you think should happen to him? And she's just like, I don't know. Now, remember, in this point, this is when, as soon as she saw these photos, remember, we went over it. What was it, 2 minutes after, I think she saw that first photo, she was texting Chris, Stephan needs a lawyer now. He needs to be lawyered up now. Yep. So that's what she was really feeling. And the ominous tone of her phone going off. I kept looking at my phone like, what's that? I thought it was the detective's phones. Maybe some of it is, but it's mostly Jennifer's phone. The press, her mom, her family, everyone's calling her because the press conference is going on. This is Wednesdays, not Fridays. Friday's presser was like, oh, we think Maddie's not alive. Wednesday's presser was different. The ominous tone of her phone, like continually going off. And they're
why were there boxers in the roommate's room with the dark comforter? Yeah, we hadn't really seen that yet. I wonder what it is they were doing, but I do know that they were cleaning the house because there were no sheets anywhere. He was definitely trying to get rid of evidence, and she never said anything about him being a lazy POS in the very beginning when they didn't have evidence against him, because they would have said, well, why does he have tools out? What exactly is he cleaning up? Hey, fam, what's up? Len Riches, how you doing? With a big fox or little baby fox. All right, let's keep going. Hashtag arrest Jen Soto, guys.
They're like, can we ask you who's calling you so much? It reminds me of the White Lotus. If you watch the White Lotus on HBO, that, cell phone of that dad from the Carolinas or wherever they're from, and he's in Thailand and his phone is going off. It's like, oh my goodness, that phone. So you can listen to it all. I'll play.
I thought that too, but those boxers look like grown mans, and they were the exact same boxers that Stephan had in Madeline's in the laundry basket. So maybe, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Maybe they were, yeah, who knows what was going on in that damn house for the locked doors. They both need to be locked up. That's what we're here for. We want to make sure we keep Jen Soto's name out there and hashtag arrest Jen Soto. You got that, Tiff.
The bulk of it coming up with my words on the screen. You'll see what's been previously redacted. You'll get the whole thing in context. But again, if you want to just hear the whole raw video, I meant to say the whole raw audio with none of my talking, but none of my words on the screen, but you can hear it all in context too, with all the pauses, all Jennifer's breathing, all her shaking or whatever she's doing. It's crazy. Let's just close real quick with Genesis 48. We both had dreams, they answered, but there is no one to interpret them. Then Joseph said to them, do not interpretations belong to God? Tell me your dreams. So listen to all this coming up, and oh boy, wow, it's so much stuff.
All right, let's keep
It's February 20th, 2024, Times Person 1549 hours, Texas Costa, located at Central Operations, conducting an interview with Jennifer Soto and President's Detective Kelly's.
I can't do anything about the sound, guys. Let me know if my voice, I try to keep it so that it automatically adjusts my voice to their voices, but that sounds terrible. I do love how she closes with the Bible verse. Everyone, if they never arrest Jen Soto, I don't get this. I don't either, but I do think that something is happening. Something is going on. I don't know why they're releasing stuff. Also, we just hit 333 people in chat, folks. We know that's an angel number. So let's say a prayer for Maddie that there is complete and utter justice. And the only way that's going to happen is if they arrest Jen Soto as well. All right. Thank you, guys. All right, let's keep going.
Are we going to the first graduate?
Most likely.
Oh, okay, that has to graduate?
I have to check. I do not know. I've been out here. Doing okay? All right?
No.
No, I know it's fine.
Yep.
See what he's at. Yeah, you should be ready. I just gotta. I need to test that connection. Which one? It was between channel. We're taking over here.
Damn.
We're going to be on the more
It's hard to hear what they're saying, but I've got the words on the screen and I'm reading them with you, so I will react to them. It always confuses me which is what room, because Jen Soto's room was supposed to be the downstairs living room. And again, that crock that got dropped on the way out, I truly believe it got dropped on the way out. Maddie was supposed to have her Crocs on. They put them in there. They put her Crocs on. One fell off and they kept going. I also believe that's a huge fabricated story where Jen Soto says she was sleeping. Stephan came in and said, don't worry, honey, go back to sleep, as he got the dog leash. I don't think he ever took the dog anywhere to go potty. I think he came to get the leash and he was panicking. So that's what I believe. Leanne, you're very, very welcome. I'm so glad to hang out with you guys on a freaking Saturday. I love you. Absolutely. You're talking about Jen or Maddie? We know that he did that night. Her son's what? All right, I'm going to keep going because I don't understand the question.
You take a few wherever, remember. So like I told you, my name is Detective Corey from the Sheriff's Office. This is
Detective Acosta.
You're Jennifer, correct? Your mom? Okay. And then dad lives in Texas, I'm assuming? Is that what I understand?
Yes, but he's actually on his way to Florida.
Okay. How long have you and Stephen been together?
Stephan and I have been
I'm sorry,
together.
Stephan.
It's okay. On and off for about 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys still currently live together?
No. He recently moved back down in December to Northport, Florida.
Okay.
His dad had offered him a job, but it fell through.
Okay.
So he's kind of stuck down there until we can financially afford to bring him back home.
Gotcha.
We are waiting for, he used to work at Disney.
Okay. What did you do at Disney?
He worked in attractions at Epcot.
Now they work together, but she does talk about having him come back to support him, and he was supposed to get a job, which was really weird because he had never really had much of a job except with his parents, and they were still continuing to make the CSAM. She had a little bit of a job, but she could only work a small amount of hours, and she was collecting money from all of the roommates and then Stephan Sterns' parents. So I mean, this is not in the script, and that's why it changes a bit. All right, let's keep going. You guys, do me a favor, like, subscribe, get a membership if you can, and support the channel. All right, thank you guys. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal doesn't take 30%. Super chats and super stickers do, but I love them equally, especially if you send me a avocado, which I wish you guys can see here. It's a see-through avocado. All right, let's keep going, guys. Thank you for leaving some DNA, Jane, on that like button.
Okay. What was the job that his dad was trying to get him? Do you know?
It was like construction manager, or like an assistant construction manager or project manager, something like that, like an apprenticeship kind of thing.
Okay.
That fell through. So we're waiting, we have to wait a specific amount of time for you to reapply to Disney again.
Okay.
From when you resign.
Right.
So we're waiting for that time for him to reapply again so that he can come back up here.
Okay. So how often does he stay at the apartment with you guys?
So he was living with us up until December.
Okay.
And then he's visited us since December twice or 3 times since then.
And how long does he usually stay for?
Anywhere from a few days to a week.
Okay. And then he goes back down there?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm assuming he stays with his dad when he goes down there?
Yeah.
Okay. How long has he been in town recently?
He got into town Sunday evening.
This past Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. And he was staying with you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then how is his relationship?
Everything's super great. He treats her as his own child. He always has.
Okay.
They're very similar. They're both very childish. Like, he loves board games, video games.
All right, so this part bothers me a lot, and we'll listen to it for a minute. She's talking about him being childish and how great of a relationship that they have, you guys. If you actually look around the home and many pictures that we've seen, we're not seeing it now because it's a zoomed out version, but there were definitely pictures of Maddie being sad. I know she was very moody. She drew that nasty picture that you guys probably saw on my Patreon of a BJ being given to a man, and then another one with spread legs with a pinky winky in between. There's a lot of stuff. Remember, there was 1,700 pictures on his phone alone. You can't tell me there wasn't something on her phone that was a telltale. Also, that her biggest fear of the Woody Allen, there had to have been her gut feeling. Not only that, but I'm sure Maddie said to her at some point something, and she either dismissed it or she just said, dismissed it. We're going to say that. Thank you, Diane Pickering, so much for the $2 super chat. Hi, Jay. Hi, Diane. Shout out to all of you guys here for spending your Saturday with me. All right, let's go.
Arts and crafts, all that
Right.
stuff.
Okay.
I'm kind of a watcher.
What do you mean?
Like, I won't play the games. I'll watch
And there she goes. She's the watcher, guys. That bothers me quite a bit because we do know that all three of them were in the bed. It was well known to everybody that all three of them were in the bed. And it's not a far stretch. If you guys like true crime and you dig into true crime as much as I do, you wouldn't think anything less when you see all these mothers that are pimping out their daughters and joining in with their daughters and all the other nasty things going on in this world. The only difference is that you're seeing a family that should be well-to-do, because you look at Yolanda and that family, and Yolanda has a bit of status in that community. She really does. She has pull with certain people will say, "Hey Anna, good to see you." Yeah, Maddie's crying out in the drawings. And even the school didn't do anything that they were supposed to. Now, I did tell you guys that somebody messaged me that worked at Hunters Creek Middle School for 12 years, and they just left, and they didn't do anything about these predators and these chomos. They weren't doing background checks. They lied to us about the nature of their relationship with the students, you guys. It's not true at all. They don't want to, I'm not going to announce who it is, but I got a real nice email from that person at Hunters Creek Middle School that said they don't do shit about it. Thank you, Diane Pickering, for the 5 guilty of crime memberships. You guys, thank Diane for that. Appreciate it. FBI, jail Jen Soto. Jen's acting way more stupider than she is. Stephan's going to come clean. If he doesn't, the lawyer's going to come after her. Trust me. And welcome to the family, all the new members.
Watch them play this.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
That way,
Yeah.
But he's more involved with that. Yeah, they're pretty great.
Okay. Do they ever go off on their own? Like you kind of do your thing and the two of them do stuff together?
Hardly ever.
Hardly ever?
For the most part, it's the three of us doing something.
Gotcha. And then when he stays, does he sleep with you, sleep on the couch, separate bedroom? What's like the sleeping arrangements like?
It depends. For the most part, he would sleep upstairs in the guest room, and me would sleep in my bedroom downstairs.
Okay.
Why?
Sometimes he would come sleep in the bed, all three of us together.
Okay.
And rarely ever would I send them upstairs to go sleep alone, away from me, because I need a good night's sleep.
Again, that's a lie, and she's talking about needing a good night's sleep. There are so many CSAM photos that would say different. Jen didn't realize that that pesky phone reset didn't delete all of those. There's so many of them, guys. Lots of them in Maddie's room, that half a room, which I can't imagine how. It had to have been during the middle of the day when everybody was at work. But then Jen was there too. Remember, this was happening over COVID, you guys. Carolina says, woohoo! Congratulations to everyone who received a gifted membership. Enjoy your perks. Yes, we are a family here, you guys.
Sleep, because if we sleep all three of us together,
Oh, I can only imagine.
it's a king bed. But like my kid karates, like she just
Well, she's not a small baby anymore.
no, she's not. So it's just 3 humans on a bed is really uncomfortable, really tight.
About how often was they would go, you would send them off on their own?
I would say honestly,
she just did 2 things, guys. I would say and honestly. Now, again, she doesn't know they have these pictures that are time-stamped. So I would say honestly, she's just about to lie right now. Listen, when I hit play, she's lying. I would say honestly, no, I do not believe she's in any of the pictures, you guys. I do not believe that they have any kind of documentation or her in the background or her in the picture, or they would have used that as an arrest. I think the tripod was used in Madeline's room and room 4, but it didn't include Jen. When Jen talks about the Woody Allen thing, that means she's being left out. I do not think that they were filming it when they were in the room, all 3 of them together. Maybe Jen was just watching them, but I don't think so. And she wanted to know. That's why she wanted to see more pictures to know what evidence that they have. A smart person would say, well, what evidence do you have to make sure they're not in it? I would say, honestly, you're a liar, Jen. That's what I would say. She's about to tell a lie in 3, 2, 1.
Somewhere between, I'm gonna say less than 5 times has this ever happened, right?
That's
It hasn't been.
And this is over the course of him visiting back and forth, correct?
You mean the sleeping arrangement
Yeah.
alone?
Yeah.
No, that was including him living with us.
Oh, okay.
Hardly ever would I send them upstairs because I had that rule that she couldn't sleep alone with him. That's just me. I'm just.
Right. And then you said you and Stephan have been together for about 5 to 7 years?
7 years, yeah.
7 years, okay. So you're pretty familiar with him?
Yeah.
Okay. Whose hands does it look like to you?
Yes.
I
One
would say the
interview.
Stephans.
Is that Stephan's hand?
Yeah, I would think so.
So you and Stephan, have you guys been sexually intimate before in the past?
Yes.
So you're aware of what like his penis looks like and things like that, correct?
Yes.
Here it is,
Does
guys.
this look like Stephan's penis to you?
No.
Now, she doesn't know what pictures they have, so she's going to say no. She's going to say honestly no, because she doesn't realize they're going to pull out, 1,700 more. But when she does realize that, now she wants to see them because she wants to know, fuck, did I get in there? Remember Jodi Arias? I think Jodi Arias got convicted when she took that picture. She was dragging Travis Alexander across the floor, and they got a picture of her taking a self picture of her leg and her foot with his bloody body. I think that was really the key to convicting her. And they use that. She thought that they put it in the washer. She thought if you put a camera in the washer, it's going to get rid of all the pictures. Well, guess what? It didn't. And that's what Jen was banking on. Yeah, the nasty brothel that they put. And she's lying 5 times because there's 5 times 1,000 pictures that they see in the room number 4 and in Maddie's room. So that's a huge lie. Yeah, it probably was a trap house. People in and out, trading drugs, right?
What about that?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're thinking that's his penis?
might be.
Okay.
Okay, now she says it might be because she doesn't know how much more evidence they have. So if she doesn't confirm it, or if she just says, oh, I don't know, now it's really gonna sink in. And thank you, Tammy, for the $5 Cash App, and Lori Minor. Oh, I didn't mean to say the last name. Lori and Tammy, thank you so much for the $5 Cash App. My bad, guys. I don't mean to call you out. I just want to thank you. Yeah, Jodi Arias is another sicko. I'd love to cover that case, you guys. She's making artwork and making money off her artwork right now. She's duping those people in prison. She's got that personality, guys. So here it is. You're thinking that it's his penis. Might be. Okay. That's what she said.
If anything, it's not even the penis I'm recognizing, it's the things around it.
So it's the things around it that make you believe it's his penis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. The things around it. That's what I've been talking about the whole entire time. That room had markings that are not identifiable, and that's why they kept it nice and white and clean and nothing on the counter so you can't identify it. She just called it out as not knowing if it was his pinky winky, but the things that were in the room. That's what they tried to avoid.
So we have these images, and unfortunately, over the last maybe 2 or 3 years, he's been doing stuff with oral sex, vaginal sex, and
Damn,
things like that.
damn.
We have photos.
Okay.
We have his phone. We were able to get into his.
Hey guys, put this in context. Her daughter's missing. She just realized that Stephan's been having not a relationship, but abusing her daughter, and she's seeing these and she's just saying okay. Yeah, psycho response, sicko. I also want to thank Sharon Belko for the Venmo, and Tiffany J. I'll just say Tiffany J and Sharon B. Thank you guys so very much. I think she meant to say around it like his flabby belly in his hair. No, she was talking about like the blanket, but you're right, Brittany. That is funny. I wish she would have said that. Brightfoot, you're right. She freaking knew. Sell, huh? Love you guys. Thank you for being here.
phone. And there are some very, very unfortunate graphic pictures
Let's see him. Come
of
on,
him
bring it
conducting
on.
very sexual acts with.
Damn. With
I
Maddie.
wish I could tell you this was all a made up story, but it's not. Did you ever suspect anything like this? No? You okay? Okay. Can I get you anything?
Okay, guys, she just whispered. She said, I'm in shock right now. Does that sound like I'm in shock right now, guys? I'm in shock right now. You guys can't. There's no mistaking when someone says something. I'm in shock right now. Every time Jennifer Soto whispers, she's lying. Now, I know when she talks, she's lying, but when she whispers, it's a huge lie. 17,000. Well, there were 35,000. What makes you guys? I'm in shock right now. I'm surprised. Wait, I'm surprised she didn't ask for 8x10 glossies. Foxy, I love you. Love my mods. Best, most loyal mods on Guilty of Crime. Thank you guys. It's very important for me. Again, you guys, if you know, you know. If you guys are into like the horoscope thing or whatever, I'm a Leo, and you can't get rid of me. All of my friends I've known for anywhere between 20 to 30 years. I keep my crew tight, and that's it. You guys can't get rid of me. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Remember, I'm a loyal Leo, and my crew, my mods, best mods, but most loyal mods.
Maybe it's water.
Some water? Yeah.
Thank you.
How are you feeling right now?
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
Is this a surprise?
Yeah.
Is there photos of her?
Yes. So you know how we have his phone? Obviously, that's how we were able to find the photos in there.
Ride or die, baby. Yes.
I don't want to believe that this is true.
Yes.
Can I see some of that evidence?
Okay, guys, when someone asks to see evidence, it's because they want to know what evidence they have so they can move away from it, navigate it, and understand what it is. She's whispering the whole time. I would be yelling and cussing and where is he? Which room is he in? I want to see him now. I would be pissed. Remember, her daughter's still missing. They don't know yet that her life is gone. And yeah, polygraph doesn't go to court, but I wish they would have done that. Definitely fake shock. Yes, it's because she's guilty. The Freudian slips this friend's potato. Right? Yeah, I'd be hysterical. You're absolutely right, Synth. Yeah, Leos are protective and loyal to a fault. Just know that. All right.
What makes you believe that it's not?
What?
I heard anything about you?
You said you thought you knew him well enough?
Speak up, Jen.
So, our goal, we want to find her. Can you think of anything of where Stephan would take her? Did they have any special hangout spots? Did they have any places that they would do together while you were at work or you had other things going on in your life?
Well, she wasn't at work and she didn't have much going on in her life at all, folks. She should say that. But right now, they're trying to find Maddie's body, unfortunately. That's what they're talking about. They know that she was already not alive in the car. And so now I think this is where Jen becomes psychic, you guys.
How long do you see what goes hanging at home? There's no place I can think of where they've gone outside. I mean, they count shopping to like Target before.
Okay.
Target. Remember he said Target?
But anywhere else that you can think of? What are you thinking about right now?
How this can be true? How I missed the signs?
What signs are you saying you
No,
missed?
like I'm just saying, if there were any signs, I didn't see any.
Right. Like these are, and I'm not telling you, like, these aren't just Google images that we found. Like, these are actual images. And I don't want you to see images of your daughter like that. I don't. But this investigation has taken us down this road. So wherever you think can be right now, we want to know so we can go get her safely.
Of course, I just have no idea.
Did Stephan ever take her back down to Newport Richie?
Newport, Florida.
Newport, Florida, I'm sorry.
Alone.
And why even correct him? Like she's not even like she's gonna correct him. Your daughter's missing. They just showed you the worst evidence of your entire life that's ever gonna happen to you again. And you know what, Nanoska? I don't think they should have the female detective because she responds better to males. If you notice, she gets overly friendly, almost flirty with the male officers. So I think they are doing a fantastic job. I think she would have shut down. Now, yeah, she's bisexual and all that, but I don't think that she would have responded well to a female officer.
Oh no.
Alone? You guys would go together?
Or I would drive down with and we would just hang out.
Okay. So when Stephan would not stay at the house with you guys, where else would he stay?
Hey,
In his apartment in his house in Northport, Florida. That's it.
But when he would visit here, he would always stay in your house? He would never go get a hotel or stay at a friend's house or anything like that?
No, see our place.
Okay. Why did he go to Newport, Florida this morning?
This morning?
what? Huh?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious. I heard a rumor that he possibly went down there.
No,
I don't know. Them is maybe lost in translation.
No, he didn't. We were in the hotel. If anything, he stepped out to go get some water.
Okay.
And he came back.
About how long was he gone for?
Um,
Does he have a new phone since we have his, or?
I think his dad may have handed him a new phone.
Okay, do you know the phone number to that new phone?
Damn, man.
What's his dad do?
Works in real estate.
Ah.
He's a broker.
So look, we just need any information. Any.
No, I know, but there's nothing I can give you. There's nothing I can.
Did you communicate with Stephan on the new phone with your phone? No?
I just want to. I believe you. I want to believe you, but I won't believe you until I see actual images of my child.
Are you sure you want to see that? I'll go get.
Yeah, this is awful, you guys. This is awful that she's asking to see those pictures. I really, truly believe she doesn't think that Stephan is going to be arrested just yet, and she wants to find out what evidence that she can find. There's no other way. There's no other. Yeah, she's playing dumb, and she's been whispering the whole time, guys. She just keeps, like it's an inconvenience. She knew what was happening, guys. And like she said, it's not evil. That's not the evil thing, but taking Maddie's life is. She's in socks or dumb as not 7 stars. Yes, amen to that. Yes, that's absolutely what she thought, and she wasn't going to stray from that. Right? They didn't have a script for this because they didn't know that they were going to find that. Stoic dissension. There's something about this recently unredacted article that's so damning. It's so bad stacked on top of everything we've heard. I don't know. It's almost worse if that's possible. I agree. And you know why? It's because it's unredacted. We're hearing a lot more of the things that we couldn't hear or put together because now they're pointing it at Jen Soto, guys. They're actually using her name, and there's not as much breaks in it, right? All right, guys. You guys know it's that time. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm gonna gift some memberships. If you guys have the means to gift memberships, super chat, super sticker, all that, please do. If not, please don't apologize. Teresa K, the day Wawa, it's right down the street from 192. Teresa, isn't 192 like what how many miles? Somebody said 25 miles, something like that. I could be wrong. And yes, I'm going to give the shirt away as well. Thank you. All right, let's keep going. We have some way to go, guys.
Are you sure you want to see that?
Yeah, bring it on.
And as a parent, take my word of advice. I wouldn't, blow smoke up your butt and tell you, that's a fake picture. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't. I'm going to be dead honest with you.
Dead.
I'll be more than happy to show you those images. But I know as a parent, I don't know if I would want to see those. But if you want to see them, that's your own prerogative.
Can you tell me what's being done in the photos?
What do you mean, lady?
She has a penis in her mouth. And that picture that you said that the stuff identified that Stephan's penis around her, I zoomed in on that photo because in that picture, it has a penis in her mouth.
Damn. No reaction whatsoever. It's like she doesn't know what she should say because she already knew that was happening. She just didn't realize that they were going to get those photos. And yes, I just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really hope you guys get a membership. You won't be disappointed, I promise. All right. And yes, we're giving a shirt away as well today. The Madeline Soto Justice for Madeline Soto shirt. I do not think you can buy them anymore. That's it, folks. They're all gone.
Do you need any more water? Are you okay?
I literally thought I was coming here for the press conference, but this is not what we're here for.
I know. And it's unfortunate that, these are the details that we found, but I think it's very important now that we kind of sit back, evaluate everything, and kind of think every step of the way where Stephan has been with them in the past, where he can be right now, because at the end of the day, we want to go get her.
Yeah, of course. Oh my God.
Again,
It's just if I knew anything, I would tell you. I just have no fucking idea what it could be.
So I know
She
that.
could be.
Say again, I'm sorry.
Or any idea where she could be. I said they, but
Yeah.
He's here.
thank you.
Dude, was there any the video footage that was caught at the church?
Listen, she's deflecting from
What
that
have
again.
you seen? I've heard from other people, but I just
Do you know much?
It looked like someone around age that walked by, but it's inconclusive whether it was right. It was too grainy. The video was not. You couldn't determine who it was in the video, pretty much. So we don't know that she walked by that church. So the last person that saw it was Stephan.
Yeah. So we want to know because he's the last person to see her. He claims they've dropped her off at this church before school. Unfortunately,
close to the church.
close to the church. Unfortunately, we know she doesn't go to school that day. You try and go pick her up. What if after Stephan dropped her off, did he come back home? God, how long was he gone for during drop off?
She's got to think, guys. She's like, wait,
I'm
what?
gonna say from 8:30 to like 10:15 because around 10:15 or 10:20 is when I got a phone call stating that he got home. He had gone to the vape shop,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if they weren't open or not yet. So
Mm-hmm.
he left
Okay.
and then hung out around the house and waited till I got back for my doctor's appointment.
So he came back home.
Yeah, he did come back home.
Okay.
He grabbed his phone and called me from the house at that point. He had let me know that he accidentally left his phone. He was waiting for the vape store to open, but they never opened, or something like that. And then
Listen to how her tone is, you guys. It doesn't even sound like Jen Soto in this part. If I didn't know this was Jen Soto, I wouldn't be able to tell whose voice it was. She sounds like a completely different potato, you guys. How can you stand her? She just doesn't know what to say because this wasn't in the script. It's hard to know what to say when your script is all out and you're like, oh, what? Ah, what an inconvenience. And yeah, that whole church thing, again, like the dumb foots banking on anything. Yeah, she's just a dumb potato, you guys. Okay, and those are the spank bank towels around the house. I bet you there's a bunch of DNA evidence on those guys.
He went back home just to give the time, and then he went back out later.
Okay. So from 8:30 to 10:15, that's when he's saying that the vape shop was closed and he came back home?
I think so. Something. I mean, I know he was killing time. He does this. He'll just like to aimlessly drive around to kill time. I believe him when he says that he was killing time.
No.
Or at least I did believe him.
What's like usually, how long does it take to go do her drop off and come back?
Like 45 minutes.
Okay. So
45, 50 minutes.
So give or take an hour.
Yeah.
So he should have been back home by like 9:30-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. But then there's like 45 minutes to 30 minutes of a gap in time there.
Yeah.
Where could he have gone?
He says he was driving around aimlessly, just killing time.
Okay.
Killing time.
So then he comes home, let's just say around 10:15 is what you're saying. What time did you get home from your doctor's appointment?
So I say somewhere between 11 and 11:20.
And then did he leave again?
Yes.
How do you know he was home? Because you got the call.
Because I got the call and I think I saw him when I got home.
Okay. And then what time did he leave again to go to the vape shop?
I think I saw him when he got home. Listen, guys, she did see him when he got home because they sat there at that desk and chit-chatted. Now, the officers asked him at what point, what did you guys talk about? And she wasn't able to tell them. All she was able to say was he was trying to update his phone and he accidentally instead of updating it, he deleted his phone. The words are slipping my mind. So at that point when he came home, he needed to know. Remember, Jen Soto knew that Maddie was in the trunk. She told the officers that she was probably in the trunk. And so he, at that time when they were chit-chatting, guys, and Jen Soto was telling Stephan where to go, Maddie was sitting in that trunk. All right, remember that. Factory reset. I just couldn't think of because deleting. Factory reset and he tried to delete.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure what time he left.
And then
Actually, let me think.
do you guys have a ring at your house? A ring doorbell? Do you have any video doorbell system? Do you have any cameras in the house?
So much.
I'm gonna say
hey, girl.
I'm gonna say he left around somewhere between 12:30 and 1 o'clock because I remember
Again, I'm gonna say because she's trying to make sure they keep that script. Now, he did leave about 1 o'clock. He got a flat tire heading to go dump her where the gators were. He just never made it. That's where he was supposed to go. That's where Mr. Thomas Karras saw him getting a flat tire, killing time, creating a story alibi. I want to say, no, lady, just tell us what you think. Do you think Stinky and Jen burner phones? The police found so many text signs they had more items in their phones. I don't know if they had burner phones. If they did, the police have them. So I don't know about that. I think Jen would be arrested if they did, and they would have found something maybe on them, maybe not. But no, I didn't. I saw the evidence, and nothing like that was in the evidence. All right, you guys. I have 421 people in chat. You guys, it's free to hit that like button for me. All right. What's up, Tammy? How you doing, girl? Good to see you. I love Tammy. What do you think her family thinks about these interviews? Well, I hope they're listening to all of it right now.
looking at the time going, I don't think he's gonna be done in time running his errands to be back by 2:30 when I need to leave to go get.
No, he was dumping her
And
body.
he said he ran his errands, he stopped at a few comic shops or game stores or something like that. Then he got a flat tire somewhere on 182. He doesn't remember exactly where. I remember him telling me he hurt himself
I love it.
changing the spare tire.
How did he hurt himself?
Something
Think
slipped
Sid?
while he was doing something with what's the crane that pops up that brings
The lift or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
The
talking about.
jack?
Something slipped and his finger got caught between the frame and the jack, I think, so
Okay.
he had to pull out his finger. Which I know he's got a Band-Aid on his finger right now because of that.
Oh, Band-Aid.
So what time do you leave the house to go pick up?
Yes.
2:30.
2:30?
Yeah, she gets that at 4. It takes me about 20 minutes to get to.
That's a lie right there, too, folks. That's a huge lie. That's not true. She did not pick her daughter up that early every day. She only did that because she was trying to, again, create an alibi for herself while he was out getting rid of Maddie's body. She was saying that she was going to pick up Maddie. It did not take that long to get over there. That's way too early. So remember that. Not only did Stephan leave the house way early to take Maddie, but Jen did not leave at 2:30 when she's supposed to pick her up at 4. That's a big fat lie. Thank you so much, Carolina Hurtado, for the One Guilty of Crime membership. I appreciate you. Oh, I can't stand this potato.
The school and I wait about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, for the car line and everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like to be the first in line.
So at what point did you
I
think, something's up?
Around 4:10 when she did not come out of school and I was the first in line, I was holding up the line. I was on the first in line, there's cars behind me and they already have their kids.
Right.
So when I noticed she had not come out, I drove away thinking, maybe I missed her. Maybe I forgot to tell her that I was picking her up from school today because I have a new work schedule.
Mhm.
So
What do you do for working? I'm sorry.
I work at Walt Disney World, front desk concierge at Coronado Springs.
Okay.
I just recently, that's the biggest reason I even called Stephan was to come help me this week with her getting her to school, helping with the dog. That's the whole reason I even called him was to come help me.
And what part did
And that part's true, folks. The parents said Jen Soto called and there was some kind of panicked phone call that she said, I need you to help, which doesn't make sense that a 13-year-old girl, she was just with her grandma for that whole week before, would need him to come help. Something happened. Something else happened that we don't know about, and I hope it comes out. And she didn't think to walk to school and find out. No, of course not. She was there an hour and a half. She went an hour and a half early. She's Mother of the Year. You guys?
he come up in north from down there? And
In his dad's Cadillac.
so you kind of get some concerns when she's not coming out.
She's not coming out, so I drove to my mom's office along the same path she would have walked. I didn't see her. Got to my mom's office. I asked my mom, is she here yet? She goes, no. And I said, oh, maybe I missed her. Maybe
Does she sometimes walk home from school
She does.
to?
To my mom's office, yeah.
Gotcha. And then you pick her up from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't make it. So I drove back to. I think at this point I had called her best friend to ask, hey, is she with you? Because I went to pick her up from school and I didn't see her.
Right.
And she said, no, she never made it to first or second period.
Okay.
And I was like, can you please check with the other friends to see if she made it to her other periods?
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point I emailed her teacher.
Right. Do you know if she has a Snapchat?
I don't believe so now.
Okay. She just has the Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. So after you go to your mom's office, you realize she's not there either. Is this when you go home?
No, I go back to the school to go. So I drive the path again to see if I missed her, and then I go back to the school to check their attendance because her father was telling me she never made it. But when I got to the school was already closed.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove back. I think at this point I had gotten a response from one of her teachers telling me she never made it to my period, and then he checked the attendance for the rest of the day. She never made it to any of the periods.
Gotcha.
What I want to know is why she keeps saying, I think this happened. I think she doesn't know what happened. Her daughter's completely missing. She just found out about what happened with Stephan Sterns. And yeah, she does keep saying she didn't make it. She didn't make it. That same language, because she's trying to stay on script as much as she can so she can remember. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. Best true crime. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. All these interviews were before the immunity. She stuck to her lies and they have evidence. She's so screwed that way. Yeah. And they're all coming out unredacted as well. Leo using kid gloves on the birther. Time to treat her as hostile. She's selling, not telling. Agreed.
Yeah, okay.
This is when I start to panic and freak out because I know something is wrong. So I call.
Freaked out. Liar.
So I call. Sorry, I just thought about that image.
It's okay. Take your time.
So I called 911.
No, you
called
didn't.
911?
Or
No, she
I don't know if I did or my sister did, but somebody called 911.
What was Stephan's reaction when you said you were calling 911?
I called him and I said, she never made it to school. He was like, what are you?
I also want you to know that that's a huge telltale when somebody doesn't call 911 as a true crime a person that studies true crime or you watch true crime or whatever. That's one of the number one signs. They do not call 911 because they don't want that used as evidence later, because you can tell their voice, how it sounds, what they're doing, how whatever. There's a lot of it's a known fact that people that have committed a crime don't call 911. Yeah, factory reset. So there's another strike, Jen Soto.
What are you talking about? Like, she got dropped out. Like, you dropped her off. She never made it to school.
Mm-hmm.
I said, please come to the office right now. He goes, okay, I'm heading there right now. So he hauled ass came to the office.
And you're driving your car, and he was driving his car?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he made it to the office, and then we started calling. I was talking to 911, waiting for the cops. Kept calling him back. Kept trying to figure out where she might be.
Mm-hmm.
We were both sitting there pretty upset, pretty distraught, just thinking of the worst case scenarios. Eventually, we found out that there were missing, also 2 other missing children in the area, and that all the cops had gone to a park. So one of my family members went to the park to speak to an officer, to try to get an officer to come back to the office, and he did. And then he took a report.
Mm-hmm.
That was about 7:30, I think.
Monday night?
Yeah.
And what's Stephan's kind of demeanor been since then?
He's been absolutely a mess.
Do you think he would ever hurt?
I don't think he would.
Okay.
Like,
What? No, she stayed at home.
I believe you when you talk to me about those images.
Mhm.
Those images might be real, or they've happened, but I don't believe they're related to this case. I don't think.
It's been going on for,
Okay, so she just said she doesn't believe those photos are related to this case, and this is where she's going to ask. I believe this portion is where she asked. I don't know. This is not related to the case. That tells me right there that she knew that was happening the entire time, but not related to the case, and it might be real. Yeah, I'll keep that up while we're listening. That makes 0 sense. Yeah, the cops did deep fakes on with Maddie and Stephan Sterns. It was a big deep fake. They were just kidding. Ha ha.
it's been going on since she's been. Like, and I wish I could say, it's not true. It's not. I mean, we have images.
Yeah.
We have them. I looked at them. This goes all the way back to 2022. Some of those pictures. I understand it's a lot to take in right now. I can only imagine what you're going through, but we need to know literally everything. At the end of the day, like I've told you many, many times, the sheriff's office main goal here, we want to find and bring her back home. That's what we want. But we need your help. We can only do so much. You're with her on a daily basis. You understand the relationship. You understand everything. But at the end of the day, we just need to know. Did he make any mention of going anywhere, taking her somewhere?
Okay, so that is the main reason why they gave Jen Soto that immunity for the day, is because they really want her to fill in the blanks. If you listen to that interview, they tell her, hey, if you know about a GUN and it got maybe stashed somewhere, or you can tell us anything, we're not going to use that against you. Let's say Stephan gave her something and said, please hide this for me. They're gonna give her immunity on that. That's what they were saying. That's what they were asking. Yes, she is whispering a day, whispering again. And yes, it was for that one day. They were trying to fill in the blanks and get evidence for building the case against Stephan Sterns. That's all. That's all it was. It wasn't because of her. They want to give her immunity. They want to know the what, when, why, how, all that.
Somewhere when he came into town. I know you said they like to play games together.
No, he was taking her going anywhere.
Okay. And prior to coming up Sunday, when's the last time he's been here?
I would say it's been over a month.
Okay. Has she ever made any comments to you about sex or anything like that? Being abused or anything like that? Hold on 1 second.
No.
Turn this 1 second.
So there might have been a little bit of miscommunication here, but a Kissimmee police officer, detective, is going to come speak to you about everything that we just talked about, okay? So they're going to come talk to you with an Orange County detective. So I don't want to go too much further into it with you because they're going to go a little bit deeper. They know a lot more than I do, okay? So they'll be able to explain a little bit more to you. Is that fair? In the meantime, do you need to use the bathroom or anything? It's okay. Take your time. Do you need any more water? Okay.
Are they coming here to interview?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you're not gonna have to go anywhere.
I'll show you. Yep, I will.
I don't want to see those images, but I do. I feel like I need proof evidence, but like I'm afraid of being traumatized.
Man, her voice changes so many times. It doesn't sound like her. And then she whispers and she's saying, I don't feel like I need proof evidence, but I'm afraid of being traumatized. I'm sorry, I do feel like I need evidence.
Forever, so I'm not sure what to do.
That's okay. And the Kissimmee detective, we'll go over everything with you, okay? Can I get you anything?
A lie detector test? How about that? Get her a lie detector test.
How long you been working at Coronado Springs for?
Less than 2 weeks.
Oh, so you just started there?
Yeah.
Are you just like in training or how does it work?
Yeah, I'm in training right now.
What'd you do before that?
I was a substitute teacher for a little bit, but for the most part, for the last few years, I've just been living off disability.
And we speculated on that for a while. She was a substitute teacher. It wasn't for very long. Then she was on disability. And we all know as a substitute teacher, you've got an oath that you take and they know about, and they see signs, they're supposed to report it. She did offer at one point, Barb. She said, I'll take a lie detector right now. I wish they would have gave her that lie detector, you guys. I wish they would have.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Worst birthday ever.
You okay? It's your head?
Just a lot of anxiety. Just thinking about how I didn't know. I didn't see anything. Let's say all the sexual stuff did happen. Or we know it happened.
Here it is.
What if he's telling the truth about dropping her off and driving away and driving around in circles and getting to the vape shop? Is there video evidence of him in front of the vape store? Because I know there's banks around, right in that same plaza. There must, and an Amstop. There must be video of him pulling into that plaza and waiting.
What do you mean? What's your question?
Her question is she wants to see more evidence, you guys. She wants to figure out what the evidence is so she can come up with a reason why not. Remember, Madeline Soto has already not been alive for hours or days. And no, she was in the trunk when he went to the vape shop. So you're not going to see that. Yeah, why would one mother say that?
If you guys have found evidence of him being in front of the store like he said he was, like it's possible that his story might be true and somebody else could have taken her. Like I'm just thinking, like, what if we're focusing, like, okay, the sex things happen, right? But what if that's completely a side thing and not having to do with this, like her missing?
Yeah.
What if
I got you. So just like Detective Khalees explained, that's why the Kissimmee detective and the Orange County detective are going to come and talk to you about it. Obviously, it's two different things that we're talking about, but they may be tied together. They may not. We're not sure. But that's why we want to talk to you and get as much information as possible. That's what the detectives are going to come and talk to you and, try to help us out. Get as much information.
Am I allowed to talk to my sister right now?
Right now, just hang on for right now until after they're done.
And you guys need a pill. There you go.
I think I'm at the press conference, but I'm not. Can you tell me we weren't there? I just want to know what was said at the press conference. What did I miss?
They'll let you know.
Whispering, whisper.
What are you worried about that you missed?
Nothing, just if there's a new piece of information that I haven't heard or something. But I know you guys are keeping me in the loop.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I just keep hoping.
Yeah.
Just hoping she's still out there and she's still alive. I don't think Stephan would have done anything to her. But
Good afternoon. I was calling because I have an appointment today at 5:30. I'm staying at work a little later. I was wondering if I could cancel it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It's under Lewis at 5:30. All right, thank you.
Yeah, what is with her in the press conference? I thought we were doing a press conference here. What about the press conference? Man, Sarah, I don't even know how to say your name. Sarai? I will just call you Sarai. Love true crime. We can't solve a case only based on feelings. We need to keep in mind that we still don't have all the evidence. Absolutely. And in the meantime, we're keeping Madeline Soto's name alive, and we're also #arrest Jen Soto, so she's not walking around being free. But yes, of course, we have to wait until that happens. In the meantime, when we listen to things like this, where she wants to see more evidence, she doesn't really care about her daughter being abused. Imagine how bad Maddie felt for all of those years with those things being done to her body being ruined, how much that hurt. There was times that she didn't even know it was happening because she was so pilled out. They gave her so many pills. There were pictures of him abusing her CSAM while she was sleeping. So that's what we need to remember here. No, we're not going to solve the case, obviously, but we don't want to let it fall through the cracks. And this is a new it's a new piece of audio that came out without the redaction. So absolutely, I'm with you, and that's why we're here, because of Madeline Soto. Yeah. Okay.
I just got a text from Stephan staff asking where he could, because I guess he was at the conference.
There it is, guys.
Now he's just waiting.
Okay.
He's asking where he could wait.
He can wait either in the front, it's the west lobby. So it's the one where the big flagpoles are in. It's the main entrance. Or he can wait in the car.
Thank you, Birdie. Thank you. Yes. I agree with that.
In the west lobby, the main entrance with all the flags.
Yeah, with the big flagpoles. It's the one that says Orange County Sheriff's Office right at the front. It's on the easiest way to find it. It's on the Colonial Drive side.
Yeah, lots of silence here.
Because Colonial Drive is right.
It's not the one that you guys came through. It's the other one, the one that goes east to west.
I mean, would you even care about that right now? Would you even really care about what the hell is going on with this person that has been abusing your daughter for years, about where his dad parks and what he's doing? Who gives a shit at this point, right? Nothing would detract or deter me from talking about, where's my daughter? Why aren't you out there looking for her? Are there people searching for her? Who cares where the dad's allowed to park or whatever she's talking about? And her being a heartless mom is one thing, but she knew, in my opinion, that her daughter was being abused for all these years. Nobody cares about Stephan's dad. Who gives a shit? Let him get a ticket. Let him get whatever. He's the one that raised this monster to be how he is. It's just disgusting. She's a disgusting potato.
Yeah, how are you? Good, how are you? Well, I'm Mark. I work with the Kissimmee Police Department.
Thank you. That's your work phone?
No.
Is that what?
But that's the.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm here, or we are here, is because we think when it went missing, you live in our city limits. Okay. So that's the reason we got involved now. Okay, you understand?
Yeah.
All right, so I understand you probably answered a lot of questions and you've got a lot of stuff going on. I am apologizing now. I may ask you the same things that you've already been asked. That's just because I like to hear it for myself. Okay, and I know you've been speaking with her quite a bit, but we want to do what we can to find it as soon as possible. Okay, so that's our main focus right now. All right. So, but before I get started, your first name is Jennifer, right?
Yes.
And your last name is?
Soto.
So, what's your telephone number?
Yeah, we don't want your number anyway, lady.
And you live?
Hold on real quick.
Is that right? Okay. What apartment number is that?
Building wall partition,
Mhm.
and she's got a bedroom and a living room. It's got a bed, a dresser, a desk, and a TV. She doesn't sleep there though. She just hangs out there during the day. That's her space. She'll hang out there.
Well, they know already, Jennifer.
Yeah, she got ready, supposedly, and they were off. They left to school early. I'm not sure what time they left.
What time does her school start, do you know?
She's got to be at school at the latest by 9:28.
What, do you know what time her school starts?
9:28.
Okay. Okay.
From what I was told, he dropped her off somewhere between 8:30 and 8:45, or somewhere along that line.
All right, so what they're trying to do now is get this script that she has and make sure she's not slipping up. And you guys, this is quite a long interview. Wow, I'm really, if you guys are here for it, cool. We've got some time. I've got the app loaded for you guys to win a t-shirt. And hey, my girl Tara, Intuitive Tara, that is one of my longest friends that I've had, one of my longtime friends. We used to hang out in high school. Yes, in high school, 14, 15, 16. I'm 45 years old. So just so you know, those are the friends that I love and that I keep. Welcome, Tara. If you can hear me, I didn't even see you in chat, but hello. Hello and all love to you. All right, let's keep going. We got a while on this. That's why it's a nice Saturday stream.
Around that time.
And Stephan told you this?
Actually, that timeline might be from like the cameras, the church cameras you guys have told me about, but we don't know if that was really her, so I'm not sure about that timeline anymore. He said he went, I think he had given me a timeline of, he dropped her off somewhere between 8:20 and 8:45, but he's not sure exactly what time.
Okay.
He said they were making good time that morning. He was like super impressed with how quickly she got up, got ready, and was out the door. I know she wanted to meet up with her friends at school early. And I know
Did she tell you that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know she wanted McDonald's early that morning for breakfast.
Mhm.
But Stephan said she was asleep in the car for the majority of the car ride, and he kept trying to talk her into getting McDonald's. But she kept saying, no, just drop me off. So this is where she got dropped off somewhere on the road, close to school, and I don't know what happened to her. But this is what I was being told happened that morning.
Gotcha. And then you went to pick her up after school, is that right?
Yeah, I left the house at 2:30. School is not let out till 4 o'clock, but it takes me about 20 minutes to drive, 25 minutes.
Mhm.
And then I wait that hour outside. I like being the first car in line. I like being the first.
Because it'll take you an hour to get through the line if you know.
Exactly. So I like being the first parent. I waited that hour and something minutes for 4 o'clock to show. 4:04 is when the bell rings.
Now, real quick, we got a lot to listen to, so yeah, I love answering questions, and I think the reason you guys come to my channel is because I interact so well with you all. Now, take the stand for both trials. I guess that's going to depend on where they go with it. I do absolutely believe that it's going to be in Stephan Sterns' best interest, and the lawyer knows it, that in his defense, that they're going to blame Jen Soto. They're going to leave a doubt. There's going to be a reasonable doubt for the jury to believe that Jen it was okay in Jen's eyes. She was okay with them sleeping together. She was okay with that type of thing. And then the fact that he says he walked out in the middle of, he walked out and when he came back, she wasn't alive anymore. That absolutely tells me that he's going to say he didn't do it. Jen and Maddie were fighting. Now they might not say it outright, but it just takes a little bit of reasonable doubt. So I don't know if I answered you correctly, but that's what I feel about it. I can't really answer it any other way. There you go. All right, let's keep going.
Waited there until like 4:10 and she didn't come out. That only sounds like a few minutes, but in those few minutes, the cars behind me got full of children. I'm the first in line, so there's cars behind me already picking up the children. They're waiting to get out. So I felt pressured and rushed. So I decided to drive away. I'm like, she's not here. Something's wrong. Or maybe I forgot to tell her that I was picking her up. Maybe she just decided to walk to my mom's office. She'll do this sometimes. This is pretty close to the school. So I decided to drive along the path that she would have walked. And I drove to my mom's office and I asked, has she made it? And they said no. And I said, okay, let me drive the path again and see if I see her along the way. Drive along the path, I park on the road where she would be walking, and I waited there for about 15 minutes and nothing. She didn't appear. At this point, I returned back to the office. She should have been at the office by this point. It's like 4:35. She did not appear. So at this point, I call her best friend and I asked her best friend, hey, is it with you? I don't think I told her I was coming to pick her up, but she's not walking or she's not at school. And she said, no, she never made it to first or second period. And I said,
All right, guys, I have a question for you. And while we're playing this, let me know in chat if you guys want me to stop the stream for a minute and do a t-shirt giveaway, or do you want to wait until the end? I guess if I wait until the end, it forces you guys to be here. But I don't know what you got going on. So just let me know if you want me to give away a t-shirt right now. It's 6 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock your time. Put a 2 in chat. If not, we'll wait until the end.
Said, what do you mean she got dropped off? And she's like, she never made it to first or second period. I said, can you please check with your other friends to see if she made it to her other periods? At this point, I start panicking and I drive back to the school to check her attendance, but the school office had already closed. So I
What time was this?
This is around 4:45.
Okay.
And
the school was closed already?
I think they closed at like 4:30. I went to the school, I rang the bell, they were closed, nobody was opening the door. So we decided to leave. But I had already emailed one of her teachers. I think when I had spoke to her best friend, I had emailed the teacher. The teacher confirmed that she never made it to his period and never made it to any of her other periods that day. He checked her attendance for the whole day. When he told me this, I realized something was really wrong. It's truly wrong. And I called. Why did I call? My sister called 911. I started having a panic attack.
And what time was this?
I want to say around 4:45, 4:50.
Okay.
And yeah, I called Stephan. I asked Stephan, I'm like, did you drop her off? He said, yeah, why? I'm like, she never made it to school. He's like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, I don't.
Right, so this is right when she starts the scripting. I'll pause it for a moment. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and stop for a second and then do a giveaway real quick. I did not want to forget that last show. I apologize, but I did. So here it is. I loaded it up, and this one is just anybody that's here today can win it, right? And that's the last shirt I'm going to be able to give away as soon as we have a new merch store, which again is Carly is working on. I really want to buy some merch and do a giveaway. I want to also do merch and then give my mods each something for being just amazing people and loyal. So here we go. This is the t-shirt giveaway. Let's see what happens here. All right, and confirm, and we're gonna start it. 10, 9, 8, 7, and that way I can ship all of them out on Monday. I got 2 of them ready to go with FedEx boxes. And here we go. There's our winner. We got Tammy Hollis. Now, again, I did not want to do only members. I hope she's a member. Tammy Hollis. She says they will have plenty to use against her. They have built up the evidence and more. All right, Tammy, if you're there, Tammy Hollis, I need you to email me guiltyofcrimebyj@gmail.com. Congratulations, Tammy. If she doesn't for some reason come back or hear it or whatever, then I'll be able to give that away. So congratulations, Tammy Hollis, guiltyofcrimebyj@gmail.com. Let me know. All right. Oh, there she is. She got it. All right. Send me an email. All right. And I will send you that t-shirt. They are not selling those t-shirts anymore. I will start working on merch, you guys, as soon as I get that store. And we will be doing merch on the site, giving away. All right. I apologize for the other winners that won hoodies that never got them. I owe you guys guilty of crime something.
I don't know, just come to my mom's office. She's not here. She's not here. And he drove immediately to the office and then waited with me while we called 911. I was having a panic attack, trying to stay calm, but it was really hard. I think we waited about 3 hours for the police to show up. I think 2 children had gone missing around the same time in a park nearby, so all the cops were answering that call. Eventually, a family member went over to the park and spoke to an officer and let him know, hey, there's another missing child. Please come take the report. So they followed him and brought him to the office, and then he took down our statements and made the report, and then the process started. They were there for, I'm gonna say 1 to 2 hours, and then it was time to go.
Okay.
I do.
So ever since then, since the officer took the report, or the deputy took the report, have you been looking for, have you been driving around?
Nope.
I've been staying at home just in case she comes home.
Okay.
My family, I have a huge family.
Bullshit.
They've been driving around, they've been walking the walking path behind the school. They've handed out like 1,000 flyers already.
Mhm.
They're the ones who contacted the news.
Has she gone missing before?
Never.
She's never ran away, even if it's for a couple hours or anything like that? Okay. So when you physically or talked to her, it was the night before, is that right? Okay, and how was she then? What was her demeanor?
Happy. She had the best birthday party.
Mhm.
She left her presents, a gift.
Okay, guys, I'm not going to stop this too much, but that's all a lie. She didn't like any of her presents. All the friends attested to her being grumpy the whole time. She was actually really mad at Jen because she did not give her the money that she wanted for her birthday. As a matter of fact, the first time I've ever seen that envelope was when they released the pictures, and there was an envelope that said Madeline Soto birthday money. These are all lies. There were no presents. She's never told us about the presents. Lie, lie, lie. Why have to lie if you need to do that? We need guilty crime merch with tattoo designs. I agree, Tiff. I gotta just get on it. I'm just busy, but yes, I can definitely do merch with the tattoo design. Tara knows. Tara's in chat, and Tara's all tatted up from yours truly, Jay at Guilty of Crime. All right, let's go.
She got a lot of money.
Mhm.
So she was showing me all that.
Okay, so how was her sleeping habits? I know you said she was up and at 'em in the morning. Is she, because some kids like to sleep all day, some kids get up and then they're ready to go. What's she like?
So when she sleeps with me and I have to wake her up,
Mhm.
she's difficult. She'll snooze 3-4 times. We'll hit the alarm a few times, let it ring, and then go back to sleep. And let it ring and then go back to sleep. When it's her waking up herself and she sets her own alarms on her phone, which is what I think she did that morning, she usually gets up pretty quickly. She doesn't snooze. She'll get up, she'll immediately go do what she needs to do. And then she'll either lay back down in bed and snooze until it's time to go,
Mhm.
or
Love you.
or yeah, just be ready to go
Do you take her to school?
Yeah.
And when you take her to school, where do you drop her off at?
at the school.
Okay, so you pull in through the line and drop her off at the front and stuff like that. When she goes to school, when you take her to school, is she talkative in the car, or what does she do on the way there?
Not really. She'll be on her phone. We'll listen to the radio station, or listen to Taylor Swift. Yeah, she's pretty quiet. Or she'll be snoozing, sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So going back to Stephan, was Stephan at the birthday party?
No.
No, okay.
He was traveling from Northport, Florida to Kissimmee,
Where's Northport?
Sarasota County.
Oh, okay. And he got here when?
So she got dropped off around 8:30. He probably showed up around 8:45.
Did you know he was coming?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys hang out? What did you guys do that night? Okay.
What did we do that night? I only spent about 30 minutes with them because I had to go to sleep. I had to take my meds and go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that they need to go to sleep because they had to go to school, or she had to go to school. I usually like making bedtime around 10:30. So when I got there and she was still up, I understood why she was still up. She was waiting for me and wanted to show me all her presents and stuff. By 11, I was just like, you guys need to go to bed. It's late. Like, it's super late.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Is it normal if he comes to see you that he wouldn't sleep with you? Or?
Right.
Yes, it's normal for him to sleep upstairs in the guest bedroom.
Okay. What makes it different from when he sleeps with you or the three of you or upstairs by himself?
It all depends on the circumstance of what's going on. For the most part, if it's a school week and you have to go to school, I send them upstairs because I know that my alarms are gonna go off multiple times super early in the morning and I don't wanna wake him up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's difficult to wake up, so I have to constantly be talking to her, shaking her. So I for the most part, it's me in the bed downstairs and he goes upstairs.
What made it different that night? For
The fact that I forgot my bipolar meds Saturday night,
Bipolar man.
Mhm.
and I was not acting normal Sunday. And I realized Sunday night, oh my God, I forgot my meds Saturday night, which is why I've been so freaking weird today.
Mhm.
I'm like, I need to take these meds and I need to sleep. I need like a good.
Yeah, no, she's changed her story a couple times on that. And yes, I do enjoy giving commentary and talking to you guys. We're an hour and 54 minutes. We're taking this back to the old school, people. I used to stream for 2.5, 3 hours sometimes. Nowadays, it's like an hour, hour and 30 minutes top. So we're bringing this back to the old school. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys on a Saturday. I almost did not stream earlier. You know, I cut out one of my shows because I just woke up and wasn't feeling good today. Everybody's sick, but I'm here. I'm doing it. I appreciate you guys. I love I love our little family here. I love how respectable everybody is here. Yeah, and I know you guys love long streams as well. So I love doing giveaways. I love gifting memberships, all of it. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, that's a good question, Denoska. What the heck are her bipolar meds? She's changed her story a couple of times about what she takes and what. We know she's a bipolar potato, but what? I'm sure her bipolar meds were whatever street meds Stefan was giving her.
Good night's sleep. I can't wake up early in the morning. I can't take her. I can't do any of that. Like, I need you to do it. That's primarily the reason I told him to come from North Florida to help me with this week because of training at work. I needed help. I needed support. So I invited him up to help me with that.
How long have you guys been together?
Right.
On and off for a total of 7 years.
Okay. Did you work on Monday?
No, I was off.
You were off, okay.
You're welcome.
So Monday during the day, what'd you do throughout the day?
I had a blood work appointment at 10:15, 10:30.
Thank you,
That
guys.
took a little while to be seen.
Did Stephan go with you?
Thank
He
you.
was not home. He had not gotten home by the time I left.
You remember when you left?
Around, I think 9:30.
And where was your blood work at?
About 15 minutes away.
Which way, towards Kissimmee or Orlando?
Towards Orlando. It's on the border of Kissimmee and Orlando. It's in the loop. It's across the street from the loop. There's a doctor plaza there. There's a lab court.
I still think that she used that as an alibi and a reason to be home, cleaning up, running back and forth. She absolutely was crossing over a certain place. Stefan was going a certain place, and then, oh, I got a flat tire. I couldn't go to pick up Maddie, even though we know that he was getting rid of Maddie at the same time he was talking about picking her up. So I think that blood appointment, it wasn't an appointment. It was more of a, hey, you can come in and get blood work. You don't have to have an appointment for blood work, guys. You just go in there, they give you a piece of paper, you go in, they draw your blood, and you're out of there. I think that she did not do the Botox because she was cleaning up the crime scene. We saw a lot of things taken off the beds. We saw things thrashed around, but she did miss that crock, you guys. She absolutely missed that crock. And if they don't charge her, she's going to be another Casey Anthony, who, by the way, we're not going to let just walk around and pay $7. I also want to tell you, Gypsy Rose already commented on Casey Anthony, which I thought it was like calling a pot, calling a kettle black, right? What is that? What is that? The pot calling, whatever that is. Oh man, it's all good. It's all good. I gotta love this. You gotta love these trolls in here, you guys. Let's look at this guy. Whoever just made this, they put like an old lady smoking Molly Collie, and they said they don't like lesbians. Bull dyke. Come on, mods. Did you guys miss that? We all love lesbians here. So yeah. Bye-bye, troll. Did you guys really miss that? I'm going to leave it up just so you guys can see it, because we love lesbians, we love gays, we love the LGBT community, right? I'll leave it up for a minute so they can get a little more attention. They're obviously seeking attention, guys.
There. So I was at court when I got blood work.
Okay.
Waited there for a while.
Right?
Then I must have gotten home sometime between, let's say 11:15, 11:30, something like that, or from 11 to 11:30 sometimes. And he was there. But before that, while I was at my blood work appointment, he actually called me. He said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I left my phone at home. I was running some errands. We did great this morning. We made super great time. She got ready super fast. We left super early. I offered her McDonald's multiple times, but she refused. So she asked to be dropped off early. And so he did.
Does she ever go to school? Does she ever ask to go? Because sometimes kids don't want to go to school, period. Is
Yeah.
it normal for her to ask to be dropped off early?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay.
She's asked me multiple times to ask her to drop her off early. She wants to meet up with her friends, or she wants to get there.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that happens on YouTube. I just love giving them a little. I'm laughing about it. I think it's funny. I love lesbians, whatever. I've heard it all. I'm 45 years old, and calling me a bull dyke is like giving me a compliment. It's so funny when that's the best you could come up with, you guys. It's the funniest thing. I've heard it all, and I love it. I welcome it. The problem is they get booted from the channel. They obviously needed attention. Faith and repentance. So gay for Jay. Thank you guys. I think that's the funniest thing ever. I love those little blows that you come up with when you're like 10 years old. Yeah, I wanted to be a lesbian when I grew up. I love it. I freaking love it. Jay, I made you and your peeps a coupon code. Thank you, Tiff. Thank you. Let's get that. Email me over so I can have that and we can support your store. We are rainbow people. Right. I love it. I love it. I love you guys. So funny. Yeah, sticks and that wasn't even a diss, you guys. That was a compliment. That's a compliment. When you're calling me those names, I'm like, oh, isn't that sweet? Thank you guys. Oh, right? You're a lesbian? Oh, I'm sorry. I just outed myself. Love you guys. Let's be honest. Love is love. I love you guys. All right, let's keep going. That person needed attention, so we gave them attention today. All right, they needed it because their man or their woman is obviously not liking them. So yeah, they needed attention. We'll give it to them.
Earlier and earlier, just to meet up with her friends.
But you still drop her off at the school?
Yes.
Okay. So she hangs out with her friends within the school?
Yes.
Okay.
The only reason I think he did not take her to school directly that morning is because she has voiced multiple times, "Hey, is Stephan taking me to school? Can you please drop me off far away?" She's embarrassed by his car. It's a Cadillac. It's not that old, but to her, it's an old Coupe. She can't be seen in it. She doesn't want to be seen in it. So she's made that comment before. "Please drop me off far away. I want to walk."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And you look at the car, to me, it looks like I don't know. It looks old, but.
Gotcha. Okay, so what's your and Stephan's relationship like?
So it's a little complicated. I want to say we're on again, off again. When he had moved back down to Northport in December, we were broken up, but we still kissed. We're still affectionate.
Why did you guys break up? If you don't mind me asking.
Because in my eyes, he's very childish. Well, not childish. He's just very sloppy. He's very messy. He doesn't clean up after himself. He doesn't help around the house or contribute. And I felt like I was the only one doing the household chores and the cleaning and the cooking and stuff. And I'm just like, listen, I know I'm disabled, I haven't worked, but I kind of, it needs to be fair. Like, you need to help me out and be a partner. And I didn't feel like he was being a partner. Yeah, that's pretty much why. There's nothing major happened, anything like that. It's just my feelings of, I was just tired of cleaning up after him and tired of not having the partner that I wanted.
Yes.
And you guys got back together or on and off, as you said. That's been since he's left or just more recent?
I'm gonna say more recent. We were still kissing while we were broken up and all that. So
Would you come here? Would you go there?
So she was saying we're still kissing even though we're all broken up and stuff. I wonder what else they were doing. And thank you, Dana Immos. Thank you so much. I appreciate you becoming a member. And you guys, love you guys all. I love all you guys. What a little family we have. Yeah. Smoking crack. Can't we see an unalive child, a potato birther, and a piece of shit choma we dealing with? Absolutely. Jen does set the bar low. MM Clark says, I kissed my neighbor Tracy and we both liked it in the middle of a party. Just one of those moments. You guys don't throw up in your mouth. Have a spit cup on the side, all right? Yeah, can you imagine the stinky Sterns and the ugly potato? Just there it is right there, guys. They're making out. And I gotta tell you, the trolls that come on here, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's probably some of the unhappy mods that left. They can't get attention any other way, so they really need our attention, guys. Law Nerd, go towards your president. Thank you. $2 towards my presidential campaign. You got it. And my VP is gonna be Reese. All right, Jay for president and Reese for VP. Oh my God, you guys know I love that kid, right? Love her. All right, let's keep going.
He would come here. He's only been gone for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
So he's come here those few times.
What about your guys' sexual relationship?
Yes.
I haven't wanted to have sex in a very long time, but that's due to my psychiatric medications. It just completely kills anything down there. It's not.
All right, that's what she just said. TMI, guys. I haven't wanted to have sex in a long time due to my psychiatric meds. It kills anything down there. So what she's saying is Stephan Sterns needs some more slow-lo, like I told you guys earlier. But you know what? Right now, if you have a man that you can't satisfy, please do not hand your child over to them to sleep. Please, please, please. Yes, thank you, Frank Shaw. They spelled dyke wrong. When I was maybe 15, if you would have said something like that to me, it would have insulted me. But at 45 years old, with a beautiful family that I have and a wife of 20 years and all my other things that I've accomplished, I think that's the funniest and dumbest thing at the same time. So Frank Shaw, thanks for correcting. They don't even know how to spell. Love you guys so much. And that's why I love this community. And we're not going to be little real soon. We're going to hit 50,000 before you know it. I want you to know that we hit 22,200 today. So that was actually 222. And that's for Maddie, guys. That's for Maddie. Thank you, guys. All right.
Enjoyable for me. So I don't have sex. And I think that was a big problem not a big problem, but of course, an issue in our relationship.
That's a big problem, bitch.
Did he ever mention that to you?
Yes. 20 years.
And then he had told me he was
Yes, girl, yeah.
Frustrated, I guess. I'm gonna use the word frustrated.
Okay.
But
Frustrated.
I know he's had sexual relations with other people. I'm not bothered by that. That's whatever he needs to do. But yeah.
They do.
Well, obviously, there's a little bit of, actually, I don't want to get to that yet. Who drives your car?
Yeah.
Primarily me. On Monday night, he drove my car.
Monday night when?
After we went to bed, after the cops had been called and all that, he took my car and decided to drive around to see if he could keep searching for her, looking for her, seeing if there was anything.
What time was that, do you remember?
I don't know. I know he took my car and left because when I got into the front seat of the car had been adjusted. And he's like, remember I said I was gonna go out? And I'm like, that's right, you did tell me that you were gonna go out. I just don't remember. He never told me what time or anything. But he did mention earlier Monday, I'm gonna drive around. I can't just sit at home. I need to be looking for her. And I'm just like, okay, that's fine.
You don't remember if that was in the evening or like sometime before midnight, after midnight?
Oh, before midnight.
Okay.
I go to bed. Well, that's Monday night. I'm not sure what time I went to bed Monday night. I want to say before midnight because I have to take my meds and I have to go to sleep. They only work if I take them the right way, my meds, so I have to follow a strict routine with them. Yeah, I'm gonna say it was before midnight.
Okay, and then when you got into your car, when you noticed that the car was, or the seat was back?
Yesterday, whenever we got kicked out of the house, whenever they told us we couldn't go back in, forensics was coming. Yeah, I got into the car and I was like, oh, the seat's adjusted. I'm like, did you get in it? He's like, yeah, I took a drive last night, remember? I'm like, oh yeah, you did. You told me that.
Liar.
So Monday night, did you ever come here to the sheriff's office Monday night?
No.
No, okay. Did Stephan come here?
I don't think so.
That you know of? Okay. Do you know? Were they talked to here or?
No, they were talked at her mom's place of business originally where they did the report. And then we have been in contact with her at her apartment, but that was after the initial report was made.
That was last night?
Yes.
Right.
Yesterday, the other detective, Frank, responded around 10 o'clock in the morning and started looking at the school. I'm not sure when the initial contact was made with her. I want to say it was like around 11 or 12, right? At your apartment. And we've been in contact with her since then.
Okay. All right. Now, I understand that a detective recently showed you some pictures of not so pleasant things. Okay.
So yeah, let's clarify this. The way she's talking right now, and she's still got little hearts and sparkles. Yeah, he used my car, and before that, she said she didn't know he had never used her car, and she didn't allow that. But then now she's saying she realized he used the car because the seat was moved backwards. And then another time she says, oh yeah, he used the car. He wanted me to go cruising with him. So that was another time that she lied. He used her car to go back and visit Madeline Soto's body, you guys. Why is she so filthy? Because she's a nasty, rotten potato. That's why. Love you guys. I love this chat. You guys are so the best, best chat. Yeah. No sex. How's that? How that serious? Well, she hands her daughter over. That's why. But still, her composure is like it's the weirdest thing that she's got going on right now, and how she's talking about him after seeing those pictures and knowing.
What was discussed at that point?
They asked me if I recognized the penis. In one image, I didn't. In the other image, not that I recognized the penis exactly, but I recognized the things around the penis. And
Like what, clothing or?
Clothing and like a pillowcase.
Okay.
That was like underneath the penis in the picture, so I recognized that.
Underneath the penis in the picture? What about your daughter in that picture?
Did he explain to you where those images came from?
You said Stephan's one? Is that correct?
Did he explain to you the content of those pictures?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, guys.
Explained that they were in his phone, that there's evidence that they've been sexually active or doing things since she.
What? Did she just say that they were sexually active, you guys? Because that, yeah, trigger warning. She did. Your daughter can't be sexually active with this guy. That's not possible. That's not possible. That means he's abusing her and raping her. That's not possible. So, but the way she said it shows me that she already knew what was going on, and she knew they were being active with each other, or that's how she saw it. Let's say that. Yeah, trigger warning. You guys, man, unbelievable. Is that Stephan's home? She knew it was because she knew what was going on. Yeah, right. Hard to hear this mess, y'all. It is. But we don't have to listen to it again. Yeah, she did. You're absolutely right. She acts like they were having an affair. That's what she acts like. Yep, Anna, you're right. But she wanted to see more. You want to hear it again? She says, okay, like underneath the penis. All right, one more time.
Picture, so I recognize that.
Thank you. Yes.
Did he explain to you where those images came from?
He said Stephan son.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
Mhm. Did he explain to you the content of those pictures?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. What are you talking about?
Just explain that they were in his phone, that there's evidence that they've been sexually active.
There it is, right there. That's exactly what she just said. They've been sexually active or doing things since she was. Remember that. That's what she's saying. She's saying that. They did not use that language, you guys. Do we need to say tripod? Yeah, they didn't use the language she did. That she's saying they were. And again, that was her biggest fear. So of course she knows about it.
What's Stefan's relationship with? You call it. What's their relationship like?
I was gonna say really good, super great. He treats her like one of his own.
No,
He's
I
been
don't.
super sweet and kind to her, very accepting, warming, understanding of her because she's got ADHD, so she's kind of a little,
Victim blame.
I'll say abnormal.
Mhm.
And then it's like she doesn't act like every other kid, but
Yeah.
you have to have extra patience and understanding for her.
Wow.
And he does that really well.
Yeah, he sure does.
And she's not right, from what I understand.
She just
Just- When she's around Stefan, does she act any different?
no, she's happy. She's like, hey, how are you?
She's happy. She's like, hey, how are you?
Definitely no weirder than
There's no really easy way to ask this, but do you think it's possible that Stefan and her are having a sexual relationship?
Before those images, I would have said absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're telling me that on the other side of that penis that they showed me was her with her mouth, then there's nothing else I can believe. That has to be true. But before that evidence, I would have said no.
Are you jealous, Jen?
Has Stefan always been, like, when you guys communicate and talk, or have you ever caught him in any kind of lies or not being truthful or anything like that?
No.
So he's been honest about everything, as far as you know?
As far as I know, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had to question. If I've had questions, I've had answers. So it was never, I never suspected.
How long have you lived in Kissimmee?
I've lived in the house on and off since 11 months old.
Okay, so 13 years, roughly.
But yeah.
So,
Um,
where else did you live other than that?
for a little while, I moved into my mother's house during COVID.
Where did she live?
In Huntersville.
Okay.
She moved in with her mother during COVID when they stole all of that money, folks. I really want to post that video again because I'd love for her to get arrested for fraud of COVID money as well as stealing the GoFundMe money for her daughter's funeral. So remember that too. Remember that.
And then during COVID, it was another situation where he got promised the job down there and it didn't happen. We moved down there, got an apartment, and lived there for somewhere between 6 to 8 months. And then,
Moved down where?
I'm sorry, to Port Charlotte, Florida,
Okay.
which is next to Sarasota County.
Mhm.
It's in Charlotte County.
Mhm.
We moved down to Port Charlotte during the whole COVID, where everyone was quarantining time.
Mhm.
We moved during that time and stayed in Port Charlotte.
What about Stefan? How long has Stefan lived in Kissimmee?
I'll say on and off for 7 years or 6 years. The first year we were dating, we were just, he was still staying at his parents.
Where does his parents live?
At the time, they lived in Winter Garden, Florida, but now they live in North Port, Florida. That's who he lives with now.
Yeah, everybody, when you guys have a question about that, definitely just go to my description. I always put everything in my description about what's happening. This is my reaction video to Plunder that just came out with this today. So this is newly released, unredacted. We've heard this before, but there were so many redactions. So love you, Clementine. I love answering questions, but it's always going to be in my description. You know, I don't want to stop the show to let everyone know. Grish is still posting. I've been talking to him behind the scenes. He's a cool dude. He's busy all the time though, so I do believe he's coming out with another video soon. All we got to do is eat some mushrooms, and then we can be on that level. I love what he does there. I love what he does. All right, yeah, she's not whispering. I love that. That part's true. She's not whispering, right?
Okay. What about family? Any other family around here?
Who, him? No. I think he's got distant relatives, but nobody he's ever talked to like that.
What about friends, or you guys have are all your friends in Kissimmee?
All of his friends are in Northport, Florida. He made a big group of gaming friends down there. He's got some coworkers he talks to here. But no one I've seen him hang out with lately.
Okay.
That's the dress that she wore, folks. These are the new pictures that came in, the 700 pictures that the docket, and I'm not sure. I think the docket had them. I think Grizzly got them. I know Plunder got them. This is her channel, but that right there is the dress she was wearing for her birthday, and then someone dropped their Visa card in there. So it's interesting because they take pictures like this, but there was clothes on top. I wonder what she was wearing between the time she wore this and that night, because Jen still cannot give us a straight answer about what she was wearing. She just doesn't know.
What about you? Are your friends in Kissimmee, or?
Sorry, do you mind stepping up for a second?
Yep. Give me 1 second, okay?
1 second, Jennifer, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, there's a Visa card in there.
Sorry.
Oh shit, sorry, I'm so sorry. I had a horrible cut knife.
So we were talking about Stephan's relationship with her, and
Ew.
when you and how do you and your daughter communicate? Like if you aren't in the same room,
How do we communicate?
like texts.
No, we speak to each other.
Okay, so you call each other on the phone.
If she's in the same room?
No, if you guys aren't in the same room.
Oh.
Like if she's out with her friends, or you're at work, or.
Call or text, but she's really bad about responding. She'll put her phone on silent or do not disturb.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes she'll respond, sometimes she won't.
Okay. How do you and Stephan normally communicate?
Via,
And you know why they're asking? Because earlier on in the interview that we just listened to the other day, Stephan said, or even at the beginning of this, Stephan clearly says Jen Soto was on the call. She was always on the call with us. It wasn't like he was trying to say, I don't call her all the time. I'm talking to Jen and she's on there. So now she doesn't realize that he said that. So she's saying something different. I don't think that was a gift card, Anna, because they redacted the name. Somebody dropped their Visa card out into the laundry and it was all redacted, and a gift card's not going to have your name on it. So I don't know whose that is or what, but yeah. What's up, Leo? We love Leos here. All right, let's keep going. Pretty sure they tested it for DNA. All right. So yeah, that's why they're asking her these questions, because he's saying that she's always on the phone when they're on FaceTime. Now, the kids, her friends, say that her and Stephan are always on FaceTime all the time. He calls her a lot, so I do not believe Jen's on there. I think it's just them. He just wanted to detract. He didn't know they had those photos.
Google Meet, which is the video, for the video, not FaceTime, but the video chat for Android.
Okay.
We'll video chat pretty much all day.
Okay.
So what?
Does Jen and Stephan ever talk on the phone?
Yeah,
How do they do that? How do they?
video chat as well. But when she's on video chat, she's video chatting next to me, and we're all part of the conversation. They never go off on by themselves and have their own conversation. It's always all of us together.
Okay. Do they talk quite a bit? You know?
People, I'll say yes, because we're all in the conversation together, and we stay on the phone for hours together. So yeah. But that's all of us together.
Got it. Normal times of the day. I know kids sometimes are up late at night talking on the phone or anything like that. If Stephan's in Northport at home or with his parents, and you guys are here, and you guys are all talking, is it when normal people talk, or early in the morning, or
After school.
Yeah, Visa cards are the most disposable. Faith and repentance. Most disposable gift cards have option with your name. That's interesting. I haven't seen that one. I know sometimes they put the name on there, like they'll put a name on the card, but that was actually a card, I think. And Barb, that thing that always scrolls below is a lot of people. Yeah, YouTube's weird sometimes, but yeah, there's my Venmo, there's my Cash App, and there's my PayPal. So you can see the PayPal is J Scott YT for YouTube. Cash App is $Twisted JAI, and Venmo is J-Scott. All right, guys, and Twisted is for the Twisted Images. That was the name of my tattoo shop for years. All right, let's keep going. I'm glad you're here. Always better late than never. Welcome.
After school, before bedtime.
Hit the like button, guys.
do you know if ever has conversations with Stephan outside of your presence? Like, do they talk on the phone?
It's possible, but
See, she's trying to go around it.
if I'm at home, I would know.
She doesn't want to.
But she's always in my bedroom. She's hanging out in my bedroom or in her space. But I can
Bullshit.
hear her in her bedroom, or I can hear her from my bedroom. So I would know.
Okay.
Why?
Now this is kind of going to get into a sensitive subject, which I apologize. But there were images on his phone of them two being involved in a relationship. Now, has she ever disclosed to you or anything like that? If anything like that has happened between them? No. Okay.
Yeah, right. Liar.
Has he ever mentioned to you, like, is he into any kind of, like, does he watch porn or anything that you know of?
I'm sure he does. But
Does he watch it around you or? I know some relationships, girlfriends go on guys' phones, guys go on girls' phones just to look, be nosy. Do you do any
no,
that sort of thing, or
that's
does
what
he
he
do that to your
wants.
phone or anything like that?
it was too much respect for her privacy.
What about you and his phone? Do you ever go through her phone at all?
Sometimes, but not as much as I should probably.
You think?
Yeah,
Because you trust her.
yeah, I've gone through her phone before though.
Okay. Anything abnormal that you would see on her phone?
But I thought, no.
Not that you thought, or?
No, I'm saying like
never?
I've never seen anything,
Gotcha.
no, but I'm saying if you guys saw something, then I missed it.
No, I'm not saying that we have.
Okay.
No. Stephan's phone is a different story.
Yeah.
Just going back to the comment you made about how you know that he was sexually active with someone else during your relationship. How did that come about?
Because we had broken up, and I found out about it later. But there was a girl he had been hanging out with, a coworker. This is about over a year ago.
Yes.
He started hanging out with a coworker, and I had suspicions that they were sleeping together, but I would ask, and he wouldn't confirm or say anything like that. But he didn't confirm until a few months later that, yeah, they in fact did sleep together, and I was just like, well, okay, good to know. I was just checking to see if I had slept with him after that, and like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to.
What about your daughter and him sleeping with each other? Like you said, you weren't worried about her and her getting STDs or infections. Yeah, you knew about him being into the butt stuff. What about that? My goodness. Oh, this lady. I don't know how people don't. Some people don't see right through her. They still think she's a grieving mother, and that's okay. Again, agree to disagree, but no way.
Have sex with him after he's had sex with somebody else. So,
Your daughter the whole time?
when he told me that, I was just checking with myself to see if that had happened, and it hadn't, so.
And this got brought up on a conversation of you asking him if he was sexually active with someone during a breakup, or
Thank you,
did you
Bob.
find something on his phone, or was he texting off
No,
the
it
side?
was a
or-
conversation that we had, he just told me.
Appreciate you.
Was it a cordial conversation, or were you guys angry, or?
No.
Sorry, when was the last time you guys were sexually active?
Yes. There she comes, the lady.
December of, not December 2023, but December 2022.
What?
At that point, I had decided that.
See, that's a lie too. She says December of 2022. When this went down, it was in 2024. But she told the story that it had been 6 months, is what she just said earlier. Now, if it's been 2 years, that is not your boyfriend, and you do not send your boyfriend that has these certain kinks that you don't like upstairs or anywhere with your daughter. So yeah, this is all you guys literally just lies, and she now knows what is going on with him, and she's still talking like this. Like, it's okay.
I wasn't interested in sex. I wasn't. My meds just really affected me. And I was just like, you know what? I think it took a while to figure out that it was my meds. I was trying to figure out if it was like my hormones, my body, like what was going on, but it was just my meds. Yeah, I wrote it down to that. So when I realized that what was happening, I just had to accept it, because it's either come off my meds or fix my sex drive. Well, come off my meds, fix my sex drive, or stay on my meds. I'm gonna stay on my meds. Like, I need to stay stable. So, yeah.
Right?
Where have you guys been staying? I know you said the kids at your apartment or whatever, but while they were at your apartment, where were you guys staying?
At a hotel right off the Disney property, Home Suites by Marriott or something like that, on Western Way, off of 429.
Okay. So you and Stephan have been together pretty much the whole time after? Have you guys always been together, or has there been times that you stay at the hotel, or you working and him be out by himself?
When I woke up this morning, he wasn't there, and he was gone for about an hour. But he came back and he said he had gotten some Wawa, and then he got lost because he didn't have his GPS or phone on him or anything like that. So it took him a while to get back to the hotel, but he found us eventually. I wondered that. I was just like, he left the hotel.
Appreciate you, Barb. That did go through. Thank you so much. I've got my VP here, Jay for president and Reese VP. She's controlling my phone right now. So yes, she says, thank you, Barb. I appreciate that so very much. It did go through. Reese says so. So yes, if Reese says yes, that's it. Wawa is a stupid. It bothers me the way they say it, guys. I don't know about Wawa. I'm in California. They don't have a Wawa out here, but I just don't like how Jen Soto says it. So it's like a gas station or something like that. I think it's kind of like a 7-Eleven. It's equivalent to a 7-Eleven. Yeah. Everybody says hi, Reese. What's up, dudes? She said, what's up, dudes? Ladies, gents. Yeah, Wawa's a gas station, but it just bothers me. Yes, I did. I received the Cash App. Reset it. That's it. Thank you, guys. She has my phone right now, so I appreciate you guys so much.
Hotel and didn't have a phone on him, didn't tell me where he went. I'm like, how is he gonna find his way back? I don't think he even paid attention to how I got here, because I'm the one who drove. I'm the one who knew where the hotel was. I'm just like,
Again, she's telling on herself right now because Stephan Sterns didn't know where to go, guys. He didn't know where to go. He didn't know where to drop Maddie off. He didn't know how to get rid of her. She's the one. So when she says this, she's telling us a lot more than we think. All right. He doesn't know how to get anywhere, but he knew where to go to take her, and he got a flat tire, so he never made it.
I don't know if he's gonna figure it out, but he did. But he was on for about an insane hour.
Right?
Okay.
Yep.
I think everything else right now.
I feel like
Yes.
Can I see that image of my daughter with the penis in her mouth? Because
What?
I feel like unless I'm not gonna believe it until I have confirmation, and I'm always gonna have doubts unless I actually see it myself. And I don't
How many times has she asked to see that? She literally just said that, you guys. She said, "Can I see that picture of my daughter with the penis in her mouth?" How many times do you need to see that? Really though? Really though?
I wanna leave here today and never have the opportunity again. Like, I wanna.
No, I don't mind showing you, but they are difficult things to see from a parent. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the one image.
Just the one.
I'm not sure which picture they showed you earlier. I don't think we might have the same pictures. We do have different pictures,
Yep.
but I don't know if I have the same one that the other detective showed you.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Do you still want to look?
I loved her. Yeah, let me see it.
Am I gonna clearly see her face?
Yes.
And prior to this, have you known her to be sexually active with any boyfriends or friends?
That one right there is a no.
You saw through the picture?
I could, but you can turn around if you want.
Is that? Do you recognize anybody else that may be in that photo?
Are you in that photo?
I know basically
Nate?
it's only genitalia, but is there anything else in that photo that stands out to you?
No.
Anything in the background?
Is this a picture of a picture? Is this a picture of a phone? Like, is this background
Yes.
now? Okay,
Yes.
let me see. I think I recognize the background now. Is that much space? Okay.
Comedian.
If you don't mind asking, who keeps calling?
Everyone, the news,
Family and everything?
my family, they're all trying to figure out if I was the news, because last they heard I was going to the news conference and then I was gonna watch that, but that summer happened. So they all want an update and see where I'm at and what I'm doing and what's the latest.
Yeah,
But-
understandable.
Yeah, you can let them know that
Yep.
the reason it's taken so long is now this is now a Kissimmee police investigation.
Yeah.
Since that's where you guys live.
Yeah.
Okay. I know this may not make sense to you, but amongst us it does. Sometimes when people call the police and then want to file a report,
Yes.
there's jurisdictional lines that we gotta follow,
Yeah.
okay? So, being that she was dropped off at school, that would make it Orange counties, okay?
Yep.
But now we can't definitively say she was dropped off at school. We believe she was. We gotta go on, we definitely know 100% that she was at home at your house on her way to school. So that's why we're involved. Okay, does that make sense to you now? Okay. I can't think of anything else right now for her. Anything else that we may miss that?
I know that you said that Stephan was out, right, looking for her that night. Do you remember what time he came back? Like when you woke up, was Stephan home?
Yes.
What time did you wake up?
Can I look at my phone and tell you?
Yeah, of course.
Exactly? Because it was phone calls. Let me see if I can find it. We're talking about Tuesday morning, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so very much, Barbara. You said thank you for the $50 Cash App. I appreciate you. She said, "Gracias, mi amor." That's what she said to you, Barbara, from Reese. "Gracias, mi amor." So cute. All right, let's keep going.
And while you're looking for the time, was there any specific reason on why he wanted to use your car instead of his?
Because he had just gotten a flat tire, so he's got a donut on one of the back wheels. And I told him not to drive the car because You can't drive very much on a donut, right? Like
Okay.
not fast and not far. So
Did you explain any, like how the flat tire happened on the car, or
he was just
where he
driving down.
was when it?
Then he was just driving down 192, and then he felt like a wobble or something weird. And then he pulled over and saw that the tire had like just shredded, just fell apart. So he pulled over into a plaza and changed the tire.
Do you know where about?
Me either.
He said somewhere on 182, but he doesn't know exactly where because everything looks the same to him.
You just sent me.
He doesn't know what business he may have stopped at or where. But I will tell you, Stephan also has ADHD. He's also very forgetful. It's like having my child. They're both the same. They both have ADHD. They're both very forgetful.
Oh, I can't stand her. She's literally comparing her Stephan to her daughter, which in my opinion, she's saying like, he's very childlike. So it's okay. They have both the same mentality. It's okay. That's not that big of a deal, but I don't think he took her life. They're both, no. No. They aren't the same. Yes, Caitlin, not the same. I think she's trying to justify that part still.
They both have time blindness, which means they lose track of time. If they don't have a watch on them at all times, they've lost track of time. They don't know how long they've been taking. My daughter will take an hour or more long shower, not realizing she's been in the shower for very long.
Oh my God, I didn't know I had.
They're both the same in that respect. He's also on medication, which is making him super forgetful. It's an
Is this
anxiety.
new for him, or has he always had this?
Stephan, he's always had ADHD. I want to say that's probably one of the reasons I broke up with him too, was it's the ADHD part that just, it's hard to manage and control, right? It's just how you are. And it's just a lot of those little things that it was just too much for me. And I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, so right now,
He doesn't remember where he got this flat tire.
Bye, my
And
friend.
he changed it himself, he said?
yes.
Okay.
And he said he hurt himself while doing it. I think his thumb got caught in between the thing that cranks the car up and like the frame.
Mhm.
So
All right, still giving excuses instead of saying, well, maybe Maddie was fighting back and that happened. She's literally comparing the two. Good night, Maggie Duke. Thank you for being here. You've been here for 2 hours, 40 minutes. It's been quite some time since I've done that. You guys have a good night. We've got some more time. Stay till the end. We have 420 people in chat. There you go, Foxy. 420. Yeah, this is not an immunity interview. Absolutely not. I can't wait. I hope they use this against her. But we're getting there. We're close, guys.
something twisted and fell on his finger, and he said he yanked out his finger really fast and hurt himself.
All right, so he used your car because of the flat tire. Okay. And then did you find the time?
Sorry. When she ran
I don't think that he had a choice, Caitlin. I think he ran on his tire as long as he could. It was all shredded and he had to get rid of her body wherever he could, just so you know. So yeah, I don't think he had the opportunity. Luckily, Thomas and Walter saw him. Again, thank you so much, Synth, for the 149 super sticker. I love the red sloth potato. Yeah, you guys stay till the end. Come on.
dead.
Looking for a place to
They're
live
looking
in.
for a place, yeah.
How old is Angelica?
31, 32.
Okay, so they're both a little older.
Yeah, and Natalie's.
Whoa, 31 is not old, okay?
36. Sorry.
Natalie in her is 33, I think.
Okay.
Since you mentioned Facebook Marketplace, having social media,
She's got a
Yeah.
Instagram.
okay. Do you happen to remember her Instagram name?
Yeah.
What is it? Or if you can pull up her page, that'd be great. Do you want to take a picture of it?
Yeah, go ahead.
What about, Stephan, does he have social media?
No.
I think, I'm not sure
No worries, Barb. Don't worry about it. I got you. And if you accidentally send something that you didn't want to, just shoot me an email and I'll send it back. My Cash App is what I use all times for everything. Reese has my phone and she actually uses my Cash App too when she wants her. So yeah, if you need me, guilty of crime by gmail.com. She uses that for her Oculus games, for her Roblox games. We buy dinner with Cash App. So yeah, no worries, Barb. If you need something, just send me an email. There's no problem with it. Sometimes they just say that. Cash App will say that to make sure because they do not give you your money back. If you send something to the wrong person, you're SOL on Cash App. All right. But don't worry about it. I got you. All right.
I don't think he's got it. Yes, so he's got Facebook, he's got an Instagram, and he's got a Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Possibly Discord as well.
I know.
Chat.
Mm-hmm.
app.
Do you have his Instagram that you can show me?
Yes, he had to. He didn't have a choice.
And what about his Facebook?
Yes. I told you. Yeah. I'm telling you.
What's happened to Stephan? Actually, can you guys update me on what's happening with Stephan at this point?
So we're, like you said, we're gonna get all the same.
Okay, so again, we're almost done, but she's worried about Stephan. She's asking what's happened with Stephan, guys. She has not once said what's going on with the search. Have you guys gone out and looked where I told you? I told you to go look where maybe we used to go hiking. I know he was down 192. Not a care in the world about Maddie. She's asking what's happening with Stephan. Okay, I'll leave you guys with that. Let's keep going and get this wrapped up. I know it's a long one, guys. After this, I'm gonna take a long nap.
Information that Orange County got from you. So that right now we're kind of starting at the bottom and working our way up.
We're gonna go talk to him now.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So just so we know a little bit more about, I know you mentioned something about the gaming, or is that like one of his things to do? Gaming? What is he into?
He's into.
Like, what does he do on a daily basis? Obviously, he lives in North Florida. What's he into?
So, one thing. Another thing Stephan's got, mental health wise, is insomnia. He doesn't sleep well, and he's got also sleep apnea. So when he sleeps, he stops breathing and doesn't get good rest. His brain is always telling him to wake up and breathe. So he's always constantly being woken up. He doesn't get good sleep. Because of this, he spends the majority of his day sleeping, just trying to get some rest, but it's a stupid cycle with sleep apnea. He'll spend the majority of his day sleeping. When he does wake up, he'll play a game called World of Warcraft, which is a video game. Or he'll meet up with his friends and play tabletop gamings, like battle, like they battle each other with little game with little
cards or
not toys, they're little miniature figures.
Okay.
It's called Warhammer 40K. It's just a tabletop tournament game.
Who gives a shit?
Like you're a weird race, you're a weird race of creature, and we're going to war with each other.
Okay.
So they're just trying to kill each other.
Battle each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much what he's into. He also collects Tamagotchis and Digimons.
Who gives a
I don't know if you
fuck?
guys remember Tamagotchis from back in the day, little creatures we
Anything
used to
to
take
keep
care of.
alive.
Yeah. He has a bunch of those. I'm gonna say that's right now. Those are his current hobbies.
And since you've known him for over 7 years, what are his triggers? Like, are there certain things that he gets upset about easily if you do or say, or I mean?
I know I can get nag sometimes, and if I keep nagging, he'll get a little irritated.
Who gives a shit?
I can't say I know what to I don't think he's got triggers.
Have you ever experienced him outlash, like to the extreme on anybody? You,
Yep.
any of his family, or does he ever hit you or just
no.
at all?
Oh, no, never. I'll say he does have like a little bit of a temper, but it's not anything I've ever been afraid of or been like, oh my God, he's gonna hit me, or oh my God, he's about to.
So it was Jen then that had the temper that night. What do you guys think? You think that Jen's the one that had the temper? Because she keeps saying Stephan would never do that. And yeah, who the hell cares about his stupid games? You just found out that he's been doing that to your daughter and she's missing.
Abuse my child, never like that.
Have you guys had any disagreements lately, recently?
No. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're gonna go talk to Stephan a little bit and see if he can maybe give a little bit more insight of what happened the day after you dropped her off.
Is he being placed under arrest because of those pictures?
Yeah, we haven't made that determination yet, but
Okay, again, she's worried about him and getting placed under arrest for those pictures. All right, here it is. Here's the moment that we know Jen Soto should be behind bars right now. They should have freaking arrested her.
You being mom, do you want to press charges? Since she's a juvenile?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I didn't think it was in my power. I thought you guys just automatically did it.
What do you think should happen to him for these pictures?
It's crazy. Like I saw the pictures, but I'm still in denial because like there's a penis there, but is he visual? Does he show up in any of the pictures? Is there? I mean, I don't know who.
I haven't seen all of the pictures, so I can't answer that.
Because I can't.
Whether it's his penis or not, are you comfortable with him having content of someone else's penis in your daughter's mouth?
Now, you know they're doing that on purpose. They're asking her. It's just like the questions when you when they're doing an investigation, when someone takes someone's life and they say, what should happen to the person that did it? Even though they know that that's the person that did it, they're doing that on purpose. They're doing that to see what she says, to figure out if she knew. All right. Yeah, her daughter in these pictures. This is the part that just, I think everybody that and her sending Stephan and Maddie to bed together.
On his phone.
That makes sense.
Years old.
Absolutely not. No.
Have you and your daughter, or have you ever talked about her being sexually active with anybody?
I never even. Me assuming she had never been sexually active, I hadn't brought it up.
Has she ever had boyfriends in the past, or?
No, she's not allowed to date.
She's not allowed to
How does that make
date.
her feel? I know some teenagers want to have a boyfriend.
Yeah, I think she was okay with it. She never complained and said, "Oh, mom, I really want to date this person, whatever." For a little while, she's like, "Mom, I have a crush on someone. Can they be my girlfriend or can they be my boyfriend?" And I'm just, I don't remember if it was a boy or girl. And I said, "No, I think you're a little too young for that. Let's just wait till you're older. Wait till you're older." And she was like, "Okay with that." Yeah, I know she recently had a crush on a boy, but
Has she ever had boys at the house?
No.
Have you ever had anybody at your house, any male friends at your house?
not in years.
What about your roommates?
My roommate has a son who's 11 or 12, but he's darker skin complexion. I don't think that would be his penis.
Do your roommates have boyfriends?
Not that I know of. I don't think they do.
Would there be any reason for you to be alone with if they have boyfriends with any other male?
With any other male? No.
So what do you think should happen to Stephan?
I'm afraid to say press charges, but what else?
What? Speak up. I can't hear you. What?
There's a side of me that wants to say he's innocent, that this hasn't happened, but who else's penis could that be? She's not left alone with anyone else.
Why would they be on his phone?
Yeah, why would they be on his phone exactly? I don't know what to do.
Okay, we can revisit that.
Oh, that should make you guys so
Because after we're
mad.
done talking to him, I'll probably come back and talk to you for a little bit, just give you an update and stuff like that, okay?
Can I make one decision now and change my mind later? If I decide not to press charges now, could I change my mind and press charges later?
It's a lot to digest. Okay, so I don't want to make you answer that right now, you know? But when we come back, we'll talk more about it. Okay, when I come back.
Let's take some time to process everything.
Because you're going through a lot right now. But right now, I mean, in my eyes, it sounds bad, but almost secondary because we want to find her first. Then worry about this afterwards. She's our main focus.
That's where I'm at. I know that the sexual acts
There
happened,
it is.
but I'm not convinced that he didn't take her to school. I'm not convinced that.
And she just said that. She knows that the S stuff happened, but she's not convinced. And I'm sure she knew that it all happened, guys. She just hadn't seen a picture of it, which provoked the response and how she whispered about it. But yeah. Okay, we're almost done, you guys. And then we can go shake it off.
He's the reason she's gone. Because if this had been going on for so long, what's the motive? Why Monday? Why that day? Why the day after her birthday when we were supposed to spend the entire week together and have such a great time? Like we had plans. Like we knew.
That's exactly what Stephan Sterns said as well, you guys. He said, I wouldn't want her gone. We were having a good week and it just started. We had all this stuff planned, word for word.
Was going to be together that week and we were going to have a good time. So I just can't think like, why?
When you say what's the motive, what are you assuming?
That she was taken. Not that anyone that I know has done something to her, because I feel like nobody I know would do something to her, would hurt her, would murder her, anything like that. I feel like, shoot. I just wonder if we're, like, I know the sexual acts happened, but I wonder if it's just completely separate to her actually going missing and just don't know. I don't know what to think.
You don't think Stephan has anything to do with her going missing?
I don't feel like he would. Why?
I'm just asking.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, what would be the reason? Where would he take her? There's nowhere I can think that he could take her, that I hadn't heard of or known about, or would be familiar with. Because if not, I would tell you. Shoot. Okay, should it be here? Should it be here? Should it be here? There's nowhere I can think of.
See?
Who does he know that lives in St. Cloud?
See?
You know where St. Cloud is.
I
This
know where
is
St. Cloud is. Does he know anyone in St. Cloud?
Him or you?
I know people in St. Cloud.
Where? Where do they live?
Here comes the cops.
I haven't seen him in a long while though. But one person lives close to Harmony.
Okay.
So driving all the way down St. Cloud, passing St. Cloud a little bit.
Mhm.
One person lives in St. Cloud, like off the old Canoe Creek Road.
Okay.
See, she says it herself. She's the only one that knows about where to put Maddie or to take her. He doesn't know the area. I got the cop lights going off, guys. We're hoping to arrest Jen Soto. So there come the police. We wish. Right. Take a look at those lights. It's pretty funny. All right. Almost.
Anyone he knows, I can't think of anyone that he would know.
Has
I know-
Stephan ever went with you to visit any of your friends in St. Cloud?
No.
So you're not sure, does he know anybody in St. Cloud?
I'm not sure if he knows anyone in St. Cloud. I know the girl he dated or was sleeping with. I guess it's technically Kissimmee off of Michigan. That's technically Kissimmee. So no, it's not St. Cloud.
Let me ask you this. Now I'm gonna get a little bit more in depth. Why would his car be in St. Cloud Monday?
I know he was going to a bunch of gaming stores, video game stores. Maybe not video game stores, but like board game store, like where he can buy little miniatures and stuff. He also plays a card game. Also, I think he was looking for cards that day. A card game called Arcana. I know he headed up, and I think he told me the shops were off of 192 somewhere. I'm not sure how far they were. I don't know if they were in St. Cloud, but I know he headed in that direction Monday while I was at the doctor's appointment. Or no, just kidding, after.
Okay.
She said, no, I'm just kidding. So she's just sticking up for him the entire time, guys. No care in the world. Yeah, I wonder if the detective does want to slap her. It's all a lie. Lie. Okay, just about done.
When's the last time you've been in your car in St. Cloud?
Me?
I'll tell you right now.
While you look for that, did anybody else drive your car while you guys were looking for other than Stephan?
No. The last time I was in St. Cloud was February 7th. I had a doctor's appointment over there.
Okay. Who would have been driving your car between Monday and now? Other than you?
Stephan.
Okay. 3 o'clock in the morning?
There it is.
If he says he was out driving around, trying to look, think of places to look for, maybe.
You didn't go with him to look?
Nope.
Why?
I have to stay home, take my meds, and go to sleep.
What?
All right. So just to be clear, your roommates or nobody else has access to your car other than him? Nobody has.
They literally asked her why she wasn't out looking for Maddie. By the way, you don't go out looking at 3 a.m. He was going at 3 a.m. so nobody can see him visiting Maddie's body. They asked again why she didn't go, and she said, because I had to take my meds and go to sleep. She wasn't working the next day, guys. That's literally what she just told them. She said she needed to take her meds and go to sleep. Oh, guys, you guys are not going to like her even more after this video. Oh.
The key to your car other than him or you?
The only key they would have access to would be the spare that I keep on a hook by my bedroom door, and anyone can grab that. Would I think our roommates would go into my room and take it? No.
That doesn't make sense.
That would have been Stephan.
Anything else?
I'll stop it out.
Okay. All right, Ms. Jennifer, thank you so much. And once again, I apologize that you have to give the story again, but like I said, now I have to play catch up.
Am I allowed to contact anyone right now or no?
Who do you want to contact?
My sister, my mom keeps calling me. I'm not really sure what to say at this point.
I mean, you can tell, I can't tell you what to say or what not to say. I will say that we are now taking over the investigation. So, yes, ma'am. And I'll give you my card.
Is there a case number or anything I need to?
I don't think so. We have theirs.
Yeah.
But I don't have ours yet. But just because this is an open investigation, I would highly suggest not to share any information outside of this room. Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And I'll be back in a week.
I can't even believe they called her ma'am and treated her like that. I literally think that she thought she was going to get arrested right then and there when she said, oh, am I allowed to contact anyone? Because many times officers will do an interview like that, and then after, when you say, can I do this or can I do that, they say, actually no, give us your phone, you're under arrest. So I can't for the life of me understand why she did not get charged for anything, you guys. She did sleep her life away, but that right there, saying she didn't go out to search because she needed to take her meds and go to sleep, equals she was going to go let Stephan visit the body one more time. She's a lying sack of potato poop, and that's it. All right, guys, we've been going for 3 hours. I did an hour and like 10 minutes earlier for the Lori Vallow interview. Like I said, if you guys don't get a chance to watch it, or you can't, we pretty much showed all the clips and I gave you the inside to what they talked about. If you get to watch it, great. Go watch the Lori Vallow interview and then comment on my video, and then like, share with your community, and make sure you're subscribed. All right, guys, I love you. 3 hours is quite a bit. I'm going to go chill out, and Reese and I are going to go get some food. So thank you. Love you. Everybody have a good night. Hit the like button on your way out. Love you guys. I'll see you on Monday. All right. Peace.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?